Turn that shit up, man.
Smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Chicago's trading up.
100.
Yes! Yes! What? Here it is!
There's no competition.
Keeping it 100.
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
Keeping it 100, baby. Keeping it 100. Keeping it 100, baby.
Open competition.
Keeping it 100.
The smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. The dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Break it down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the faking anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shayne's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shayne got some haters. But now the mouth stuffed like the true and now and laters. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks strolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shayne. 100's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the armchair. The tape never lies, the truth you see. We laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Max Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun debt. We're back better than ever and we're keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100. Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby. Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Draft Dr. Phil.
Keeping it 100.
Shayne, Money Man Marsaw.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Larry Funkster Jones here. Larry Funkster Jones here. Yes, and I'm repping TTNL, the Tape Never Lies Network. The Tape Never Lies Network. Woo! And I'm repping it for the Chicago Bears. Draft Dr. Phil and Shayne the smartest man. Woo!
I don't care about the money no more. I just want to be on the show. I want it to be like old times again. Please, let me back in.
The following show is for mature audiences only. ChiCitySports.
The tape never lies.
Previously on Keeping It 100.
Yeah, 10K.
Oh, yes, 10,000 subscribers.
The drone, and then that's what they're emphasizing is, hey, we got a fucking drone. Let's fly it over Hallis Hall and show you how dope this is. When everybody just wants to see Tevin Jenkins and Justin Fields and Daz Newsome and, you know.
But the hard part is, like, 3 years ago, we don't even have that. Like, 3 years ago, we have, like, somebody trying to hide on a train, try to take a picture on a drive-by. Like, they're not enough.
They've never did a Hard Knocks Chicago Bears. It's like the Bears don't want that. And that's unfortunate because you know what you should want, Ted, George, and everybody else, is to have people love you.
You love me? Huh? You love me?
Yes. You love me?
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes, I love you.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes.
You love me?
Yes. Only you. Jesus.
And how do you do that? You let them know you. Just like every guest that comes
Think
on.
those two want more exposure on a national basis?
Exactly. If you're hiding,
Of course they do.
I'll say this. I told Lawrence Funk, I said, tell Matt and tell Ryan to come on the show because fans want to know them. Fans want the truth.
You love me?
Yes. Only you. Jesus.
200 crew, everybody that's working behind the scenes for what we do. Like I said, Eel and I have been Riley's 10. Not everybody knows the story, what we have been through in terms of trying to get to this process. Again, as older parents at this point, but it's Phil knows the story. I think Cars knows most of it. It's been quite the process. It's been a long road, and we're right there on the precipice, and I couldn't be more happy to see how
I've been a boater for a while now.
And this is ChiCitySports. Keep it at 100. Well, it's fitting. The week the Bears say they'll have fans at the training camp, we're having you, the 100 crew, our fans, on tonight. So you better have some headphones and a device and a good internet connection and bring some hype and bring your truth. So let's go. Let's bring in the boys. Shayne, the smartest man, the new papa. There he is, Marsaw, and Draft Dr. Phil. What is up, boys?
What
is
going on? Fuck your feelings, blog boys. Keeping it 100.
Can't wait for this show, bro. I haven't been on a
Beatles.
show with all the fans.
We got people jumping on early.
Love it. Love it. I see them all.
I looked down there, the 10 people. I'm like, what is going on?
They're ready. They're ready.
The whole show, people are fired up. That's what you got to be on this now. I've been fired up because my boy Shayne, the smartest man, had his daughter. I mean, to get real talk, real life, it's the reality of this network. Like you saw in the open, 10,000 subscribers. We love you guys. Smash the motherfucking like button. Stop being a pussy like you're fucking writing for the fucking Windy City Gridiron or something. Get out here, hit the smash button, smash that like. Go tell your peeps if you're coming on this show. Let other people know. Share the goddamn show. Why is this so hard to do in 2021? Maybe we'll get it in 2022 so it'll rhyme. But like I was saying, Shayne, you're a father now. You already were a father, but now you're a father of a daughter. You got a TTNL baby on the network. God bless you. And everything you shared a lot, very transparent last week in the journey. And there's a lot of parents and people, from all backgrounds and preferences sexually that struggle each and every day to have kids. And your journey here is just begun. It's a finish line, so to speak, and then it begins. So I just wanted to say on the show, congratulations, obviously. So much to get into tonight with all these fans and our first guest, but I wanted to say that to you. We're so excited. Beautiful baby. I think Jim Larison stole my words. Even my own kid, my babies, they were, babies look a little weird, like little aliens, but your baby.
No, that
the most
hair,
alert.
The blue eyes or green eyes?
Blue. Yeah, I think they're
bluish.
Blue, but I think they pretty much all start out that way. I think.
Do they? Yeah.
But,
They do, because Tate and Dev had blue eyes, and Steph was sitting there on the bed praying that they stayed. But Shayne thinks he has hazel eyes, but your eyes way bright, like blue to me.
She is beautiful.
Oh no, I definitely have hazel eyes. Definitely.
It looks blue. Anyway, I know our first guest is waiting. He's already waited. We're going to get into the baby. We're going to have a lot of, hopefully we have no babies on the show tonight.
Well, if we do, our next guest is in all sorts of trouble. So
I know
that'd be a little bit early.
He's
so
up
we
next,
definitely
right?
don't want that,
He's on deck like Reggie Jackson. There he is, Zack Pearson of Bear Report. What's up, brother?
How's it going, guys? I'm doing good. Shayne, congrats. I know I said it in the chat and on your post, but congrats. A lot of hair on the baby, man.
Yeah.
A lot of hair.
We were surprised when she came out. I mean, Daddy's got a lot of hair. Mommy does too. But when they brought her over that curtain, my first words were, "Holy fuck!" Whoa! I guess I shouldn't say that. I couldn't believe it. Hila instantly started crying because she was so, she was 2 weeks early, but she was very, very, very small. And,
I was gonna say, if my wife goes into labor now, it's too early. I'm actually week 2, exactly on Sunday against the Bengals that she's due. So
oh my god,
it's kind of crazy.
Talking about
bad planning. It's bad planning, Zack.
Yeah, you've done a terrible job.
I know, man.
Your sperm is way off.
So it is better though early in the season than late in the season for a playoff push or potentially the playoffs. But no, I'm excited. But yeah, I'll have to take a week off of work, which is not too bad. I get to welcome in my first child, so I'll be very, very happy and lucky.
Yeah, and Angelo said he's going to offer up his childcare services for half off. So
I have to talk to the wife on that one.
What?
He's got a mini bike, Zack. It's going to be very economical.
The back. Listen, we wanted to kick off the show real quick, Zack, giving us some time here. You were at mini camp, OTAs, whatever they're calling it these days, and wanted to get some perspective to our fans out there, your fans as well.
Yep.
What's been going down? Now, the one thing that's on everybody's mind, we kick off there, Justin Fields. I heard you on my boy Sean Sierra's show, Maya and Sierra, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over there talking about the it factor. What are you seeing out of Justin Fields, and what did you see about him today?
Man, he stole the show, and I actually was writing a little bit before this. It's not only the accuracy, the arm strength, making the right decisions, not just always taking the check down, but taking it when needed. And in doing so, hitting the receiver in stride and not waiting till the defender's there to kind of force something. It's also him standing with John DeFilippo, and when Andy Dalton's actually taking the reps, Justin Fields is calling out the plays to flip and talking about the flip plays and saying what's supposed to happen. And not only that, helping wide receivers get set up in the right position. He's done it twice now that we've known from on record. I've been to the 4 practices. I've seen it twice with my own eyes. There's been, I think, about 5 or 6 other practices that we weren't allowed into. So I'm guessing it's probably happening there. But not only to do that in rookie minicamp, but also to do that when you're with, majority of the team, that really stands out to me. That tells me that's a guy that not only has it, here with the arm, he has it up here too, and he's processing it all at a very good pace, and a pace that, you really want to see your franchise quarterback. So I was super impressed today. I thought today was his best day by far, and he just looked like, he had it. Like you were saying, he has the mentality, he has the confidence, he kind of has a swagger, and he also has it, up here, which, man, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame or anything, but it's just
right.
It feels different, man. It feels so. I've been watching practices for 10 years now, media, non-media, even as a fan. I haven't seen this from a lot of quarterbacks. I say this: Jay Cutler had the arm. He didn't have it up here. Justin Fields has the arm, and he has it up here. So I am very, very excited.
Real quick, Shayne, I want to double down because I saw what's his name? Red Hat Duck say something. Well, Mitch had that supposedly, but you've been there. Nope. I already know what my answer to this would be, but you've been there. So talk about what's the difference that you see. Obviously, this isn't a game yet, but what do you see command-wise, presence-wise versus those two?
he's processing things a lot quicker. I think no knock on Mitch. I'm not calling him dumb. I think Justin Fields is more football smart in a way where he can process things at this level. Mitch Trubisky, when he got in, he was making plays in training camp and there was hype around him, but he wasn't processing things this fast. He was still struggling with a lot of things, in the offense, learning stuff. And Fields isn't even all the way with the playbook and all that stuff from what I can tell and what I'm kind of guessing. They're going to install a lot more stuff. It just feels like Fields really understands and knows how to process things at an NFL level, and that's a big difference going from college to NFL. College, I think you get away with it a lot more being, a mobile quarterback, a talented quarterback like Mitch was. I mean, he got away with being able to make plays with his feet. How many quarterbacks can really make plays and keep plays alive in the NFL with their feet and do it consistently? So I would say that, man. I would say him getting it up here and processing things for me and, knowing where his reads are at, not just going one read all the time, but actually looking across the field and knowing where everyone's at is really standing out for me.
One of the quotes that really stuck out to me was Darnell Mooney today. I don't know if you saw that. He's like, on that fly pattern, he's like halfway through, I just started grinning before he even caught the ball. And we all have been around this game for so long. We know what confidence leads to with a team. And these guys, just like you said, Zach, that is part of it right there, having the confidence. We saw time and time again, if the offensive line held up for Mitch and Taylor Gabriel was streaking down the sideline, was Mitch going to hit him in stride if they connected, or was he going to overshoot him by 10 yards? These little things like what you're talking about, the Darnell Mooney smiling before he even catches the ball when he's running free, that shit all matters. And like you said, with it being different, that it is different because Chicago's never had it. You had Cutler, who had all the talent in the world. Yep. He had the other issues away from it, he was questioned, if he was going to be a legitimate leader, if he loved it. It just seems like with Justin Fields, you're like, check. Now we just got to get to the fucking games that matter. And like you said, we're not crowning him, but man, does it feel good to have that be the guy with the C on his helmet. Yep. That's our guy now. We're not looking at another team being like, oh, wouldn't that be great? He's ours now.
And I would say, that quote stood out. The quote, I believe it was Damian Williams. I want to say it was Damian Williams that said he had a throw into cover 2 coverage, and there's a very tight window. You got to get it in. Yeah. He got it over the middle of the field, back shoulder, perfect, on the money. And, when we posted on Twitter, everyone's like, oh, that's the Damiere Byrd one. That wasn't even the Damiere Byrd throw. That was a different, though. That was a throw earlier in practice that I was kind of like, okay, he can make these throws. The Damiere Byrd throw, man, I saw that throw and I said, holy hell, that's an NFL throw, because he went through. I really hope the Bears show this on Hallis or 1920 Hallis Drive, or even their clips they put out. They tend to kind of go away and don't show who throws the actual ball when there's big plays. Right. This throw, man, this is a big boy throw because he looks at the defense, he finds his reads, and he puts it on the money to Byrd, and it was touchdown. And you could just tell, man, that was a throw. I'm like, we saw deep throws, maybe a couple from Mitch here and there in practices, but I mean, I feel like Fields is just way more accurate on those deep throws, and he's making the big boy throws, down the field and things like that.
Yeah, there's a level of ability that just jumps out. So when you see it, you know it. It's like when you're coaching, you just know a talented athlete. So when you're able to do it consistently, but your ability to attack downfield, as Nagy, I guess, is quoting, saying he's got that rip your heart out mentality, that means he's going for the jugular. It's just not in him to not be competitive. Is that, do you see him like controlling the huddle differently? Is there a presence about him in regards to that leadership from that position?
It's kind of tough with the huddle because they're not fully huddling right now. It's kind of, they're huddling, but it's not what you'd imagine it kind of being. He is in there giving some plays. They're not all fully there either. It's kind of hard to judge on these OTAs. I would say I would point to there was 2 plays today. I believe it was a false start on one of the offensive linemen, and he kind of had to reset the play, and he was encouraging them and saying
It wasn't
stuff.
Leno.
No, it was not. No. And there was the play. It was a wide receiver who was not really lined up properly, and Fields kind of pulled him back a little bit, and you could see the hand motions on where he's supposed to be. To be honest, the media is about 30, 35, 40 yards away at times, so it's hard to hear a lot of stuff unless you're, Mike Fury, a couple other guys, and you can hear Nagy out there talking. So I don't know exactly what's said by the quarterback, but you could see he's got the hand movements. He's, you got to be here, things like that. I would point to that more in terms of the huddle stuff. I think we'll get more of the huddle stuff next week and into training camp when they're all fully there, things like that. You pointed out, Phil, you said the kind of the killer mentality.
Yeah.
Not every quarterback has that in the NFL. I'll bring up some examples. Watch Aaron Rodgers when he knows he's got a guy jumping off sides. What does he do? He takes a shot, right? He's not checking it down.
Exactly.
What did Trubisky do? He was checking it
Hit
down.
that curl.
Yeah.
Or he threw it out of bounds. Let's be honest.
Yeah. And so we haven't had that. There's been false starts and jumping off sides, but the play is just automatically blown dead in practice, essentially. We haven't seen that just yet from Justin Fields. I'm going to take my guess. I imagine he's got that. That's what Matt Nagy's talking about. Like, he's going deep. He's going to bury you when he's got his chance, and when he reads the defense and he knows he's got a guy, he's going to have it. And, who are the quarterbacks that have it? Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. You can say Deshaun Watson probably has a little bit of that.
Yep.
Tom Brady is very smart. Russell's got that. I'd say probably even Josh Allen has that in a way too. So
you got to have that in this day and age of football, because the offense has all the advantage as it is. So when I used to just shake my head and just completely feel like we're in a race with Lamborghinis with a Fiat. That's where we are. And the reality is, take those shots. Guy jumps off sides, take the fucking shot downfield, direct people, use your football acumen, go against the script. We don't have that. Shayne and I were talking, we're fucking running, Dr. Tom Davis's Iowa offense. Everybody set up, back turned to the end zone. Get the ball in.
It's the post up offense.
Yeah, post
in football.
In football.
Yeah, in football.
But get that no scramble drill. It's like, come on. It's like time to wake up. I feel like 2 quarterbacks here. I know a lot of people are down on the Andy Dalton and what have you, and everyone's excited about the great Christmas present. But how has Andy been looking out there? I know he had 3 interceptions today, but again, I'm just going to say this for you, Zach. I don't know what they were doing. When I'm coaching, I always say, just fucking throw the ball. I don't give a fuck about no PFF score is going to matter in this. Just get the ball out there. Let the defender make the play. They got to get reps too. It's not all about us. So I don't really worry about stats like that, but you talk. How does Andy look?
Yeah, so I got the 2 practices for OTAs. I got Dalton really good in the first one. I thought he was impressive last week. I thought he was actually commanding the offense. He looked smooth. He looked in rhythm. He kind of got into a rhythm where he was just completing things left and right. Today was just not a good day for him, man. The 3 interceptions and they're calling it 7-on-7. I thought it was 6-on-6. Maybe I just can't count, but because there's not really
7-on-7.
Yeah, and so today was just the 3 interception day, and Sean Gibson had him pretty good on the second one.
Nice.
Sean Gibson made a play on that ball, and it was kind of a bad interception. The third interception was actually probably the worst one, where he, just kind of sailed it and it was picked off. He kind of struggled out there, man. He overthrew on a couple routes. He had a couple check downs, which people hear check down, they think it's awful. I don't think it's the worst thing in practice, because you're trying to get into the flow of the offense. You're still learning. Now, if you're doing this in preseason and regular season games, I have a little concerns there. I think with Dalton, he is what he is. He's going to be a guy that's going to, when he's in a rhythm, he's going to move you down the field. He's not going to take deep shots often, but he's going to be able to get into a rhythm and find his open receivers, hit them in stride. he's just kind of, we got to remember, neither of these two guys really know the offense. The only quarterback on the roster that knows the offense is Nick Foles. He's not out there. God knows where he's at right now. So
he's not even on the practice field?
He was not on the practice field. Nope.
That's breaking news. Is anyone reporting that? Because this is the first time I've heard it.
So I think Nagy last week said it was a personal issue. We expect him to be there next week.
Personal issue. Yeah, you don't want him to get that contract.
I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
But we could trade him. Is that what we feel?
I honestly, we have no idea what's going on because he's in the meetings. So he's in the virtual meetings. Okay. I believe they're doing some in-house meetings. Nagy is not going to give us a straight answer as to what they're fully doing. He kind of dances with his answers where he says, I'm looking forward to getting back to this and out of Zoom meetings, which is all right, whatever. But he's not out there. So going back to Fields and Dalton, neither of them really know the offense. So it's kind of more install stuff right now. It just wasn't a good day for Dalton. And I'll say this.
Yeah.
4 snap problems today. I had 4 fumbles, 2 for each. So that's another thing to kind of look out on.
So give me, who did they start out with on the offensive line? How did they roll out there?
So it's just the presumed starters for the first team right now. They're kind of shuffling guys in and out because it is OTAs and things like that. I will say, I don't know if Nagy said this. I've seen somewhere that it was Fields fumbled the 2 snaps. So I don't know.
He did say that.
Okay, so Nagy did say that.
Yeah,
okay,
he's like,
so
he fumbled 2 snaps today. He was referring to Fields.
Yeah, I will say this: there was 4 snaps on the ground.
Okay.
There was a total of 4. As far as names, I'll just say this: there's someone in the chat that has the 2 names, and his initials are AS.
These two guys,
I can't officially say them unless Nagy said it.
Well, I know Dieter came on the show, so I said you got to watch this guy.
He has been I'll say he has been working at center.
Yes. So he had told me, Phil, I'm working at center and I fucking love it. Now, real quick, as I said it on Sean and Maya, obviously I love Dieter and his tape coming out of Yale, but his story of just 6 years of organized football to get to this point where when you're talking about Yale, obviously this guy has the mental aptitude for that position that needs that the most, in my opinion. That center needs to know the front. So it's going to be interesting because we do have some video later of Mustafa and him talking about his offseason and his goal. But, I think Dieter Eisland has a real shot to beat his ass out and become your starting center. And I'm excited to see how this plays out for the first time in a long time.
He's got Castillo's mentality that he wants.
Yeah,
exactly. And he's much stronger, and athletic than Sam Mustafa is. Now, Mustafa talked about he lost 10 pounds or put 10 pounds of lean, and now he's got to lose weight. I'm paraphrasing what I saw of him.
Paraphrasing. You've talked for half an hour straight. There's no paraphrasing.
I don't know what he said. I said, Jesus Christ. I didn't talk anything. So who's your offensive tackles out
Dude,
there?
I've been trying to get a question in for 20 minutes.
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
He never answered the
because
5.
You've been talking the whole fucking time.
Answer.
Holy
can't
shit.
Answer.
I can't say
I forgot he can't
necessarily
say.
Who is
this is the dumbest shit.
I know. I can't.
Not you. Not you. I don't mean
totally
you.
Understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we were complaining. You saw it in the open. Like, we got to have Greg Braggs on the fucking train filming. Like, allow this shit.
How do you guys know there's a train out there? No, yeah, it's unfortunate. We can't really say much. That's why today,
I don't want to get you in trouble with the Peter thing. I knew it, so I said it.
Yeah, that's why I could say,
I knew that.
If Dieter says it, I can say it. It's just that's why, today when I tweeted out, I pretty much said I can't go into much detail, but Justin Fields, for my eyes, had a good day.
Yeah.
15 responses below. Hey, Can you go into detail? I'm like, man,
they should be tuning in here. We're getting some details here.
I
Go
wish I
ahead,
could.
Shayne. Ask your question.
Oh my God! Before he goes again, no, this is non-quarterback, so
Yeah.
this is going to be what you see, but you don't. One of the biggest things that we've talked about for years with this team, Zach, everybody knows we needed a quarterback, but team speed has always been lacking on the Bears team, especially on offense. But I see these guys. I've seen the shift in the guys that they're bringing in with Goodwin, the guy that you mentioned from New England.
Yeah.
What's his? I'm blanking
Demir
on his
Bird.
name. Demir Bird. He's another guy. When you with what you're seeing, is it very noticeable to you, the overall team speed, how it's been added to this squad?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Last week, first Wednesday practice we were at, Bird caught a pass Goodwin caught a pass, and he turned the Jets on and had that yak that the Bears have, in my eyes, been missing.
Oh, yeah.
And, you bring up a good point. I've been calling for speed for a couple of years now. I feel like they were just so slow at times.
Yep.
And their offense. The NFL, man, look at the top offenses, speed,
Yep.
good quarterback. So, yeah, I love Good. If Goodwin could stay healthy, I mean, he's proven he can be a burner, man.
I swear to you, I love this dude.
He runs track, too. He's
aggressive catcher. He's not like one of those, I throw Johnny Lamb Jones for the old heads, but let's throw somebody else out there that you're just praying. They got the speed. They have the athleticism. They just got no hands. He's not that.
No.
He's an aggressive. He likes the football. And, coming out of Texas, I love that kid. And I'm excited about him. I'm glad to hear that he's still got that speed burst.
Yeah, and same with Bird, too. I mean, the throw today, Bird was just going, showing off his speed. And when you look at it, I mean, look at Daz Newsome, too. It's unfortunate he's hurt. Look at his game at North Carolina. The kid caught the ball, and it was upfield. And I've talked to his offensive coordinator, Phil Longo, and he told me they worked on that every single practice with Daz. And it wasn't just them saying, hey, we'll do this. Daz wanted to do that type of stuff. So he's kind of built into that, and that's going to translate well over to the next level when he returns. Like I said, it's unfortunate, but I think he can also add some more speed and quickness to this offense. They need that yak, man. You got the wide receiver in Allen Robinson. You got your possession, your number one. Defenses are going to hone in on that guy. You need the speed.
Yes.
And
you got two.
Yak.
I mean, Darnell Mooney.
Yep.
Claudio's boy, he's getting fired up. Look at him.
I will even say this, man. I mean, I know a lot of people rag on Anthony Miller, and he has kind of lost, focus at times. But I mean, when he was really good, you look at those seasons, he was really good. He's got some yak too. He was a guy that was trying to go upfield. For whatever reason, he kind of would reverse it, go backwards a lot of times, which I don't understand. But
if he's fed the football early, confidence-wise, he starts playing on another level. Again, that's coaching. Let's get this guy the ball. Brett Favre would do that with some of his guy. He knew, again, this guy became a fucking molester, whatever the fuck he was, Mark Shimura. Remember?
Gosh.
But he knew he had to get Shimura involved. I mean, this is football. At the end of the day, football goes back to the fucking streets.
Yep.
It's like you got to feed those guys that all of a sudden need that confidence boosted. So the coach is responsible. Let's fucking just run a slant here and hit 17. Put that in the headset and get his ass fired up. How does he look?
What's a slant pass? What's that?
Exactly.
Sure, you're not confusing it for you want a screen instead or
bubble. Let's run bubble.
Tight end
39
to Jimmy Graham. To Jimmy Graham, right?
Make Jimmy block.
Oh,
no,
man.
no.
Well, no, that's why I like Daz Newsome too. He said it, man. He's got a running back mentality. When he gets the ball, he's going to try running you over. He's going to try getting upfield too. And it's unfortunate, because Daz, he was really good his first couple years at North Carolina, and I was excited about him. They've had just so many weapons in that offense, and you saw even when North Carolina had a quarterback, I mean, he was still producing.
How's my guy, the Colgate wide receiver, doing? What's his name?
Thomas Ives.
Thomas Ives. Every time this fucking kid gets on the field, again, we haven't seen him in 3 years because of COVID. But he makes and produces. So is he somebody of interest or no? Is way down.
I just think he's got an uphill battle, and that's the problem. They're so deep at wide receiver, man. He's quick. I mean, he's fast, and he's a guy. He's paying attention. He's in really making mistakes from what I've seen, but he's got 6-7 guys ahead of them, and I think that the camp battles, man, at wide receiver are going to be very fun to watch because I don't know if they're going to keep more than 6 or 7, but they got a lot of capable guys, and
that's a tough. I mean, that's a good problem to have.
It is.
You're going to be reporting for us, right? We're going to get some reports. I want to know these camp battles. Shayne,
I'll be there.
Step on your toes. Do you have some other?
I do have one more.
There's an echo. I don't know.
I don't know. Can you believe that? I can't believe I haven't taken care of that yet.
You got to send Steven over, man. Steven will build you a little box.
Jackal or Steven?
Steven will get you a little box.
But Zach, I saw a picture of Travis Gibson, and to me, he looks a lot. But it looks like he's been committed this offseason to put on some not bad weight, but really, really good weight. And he's pretty yoked up. Is that another thing that's noticeable to you when you're out there?
Yep, that is a good call. He looks like he's put on some muscle out there.
Right.
I hope we get the chance to talk to him. I really hope they bring back one-on-one interviews because these are guys that we're missing out on that we really need to talk to. And that's kind of it sucks, man. And I get the fans' frustrations. Every time, a reporter brings it up and stuff like that, everyone's like, well, what does that matter? You guys are still getting access. But these aren't the stories we can tell. Like we aren't talking to these guys that are, maybe have a unique story from the off season. I think Travis Gibson's one because they've talked him up. They've said for him to take that next step, he's got to get bigger. He's got to get a little stronger. Yeah. And I see that from him. He's out there and he's getting the reps because no one else is out there. Quinn's not out there. Mac's not out there. So he's getting his fair share of reps with the first team defense as well. It's kind of a mixture of 2 and 3 essentially. So,
where are they lining up Ladarius Mac? Where are they lining him up?
I have not really noticed them, to be honest. Yeah, I did. He was he's been at the practices, but I have not really kind of seen him out there. We also got kind of a bad angle too.
Yeah, you're way on the field over there.
It's like the Soldier Field all 22 angle, right?
Yeah, you guys have seen that. I mean, you've seen the videos.
It's like, come the fuck on.
Trust me, man. I know the frustration.
Allow these guys to do a better job.
That's all we want, man.
Exactly. They deserve it. Then we could pick on and criticize the media if they're not doing it. But I'm defending my boy Zack Pearson. I heard you ask the question today too to Sam Mustipher, and you got you're playing behind the 8 ball here. It's unfair that the Chicago Bears in a fucking pajama party practice, really, it's just shoulder pads and shorts, that you're being this fucking secretive. And the New England Patriots are live streaming their fucking OTAs to the world and their fan base. Think about that. They've won how many fucking championships? Because they know it's a copycat league. Everybody's got the all 22, including this guy. So let's just allow the fans to love you.
Yep.
Don't give us something to criticize you.
What if somebody steals our super secret play that we ran on June 10th, though, Phil? Without the starting defense there.
Dumb. It's so dumb.
I get the fans' frustrations, too.
At least they're letting you guys, my boy Mark Grody showed me some clips. He was able to film. So at least they're allowing you to give some video footage. They were playing this like Fort Knox.
But that's 24 hours, right? And then it's got to come down.
Something.
Yeah, and that's actually, here's a fun fact. That's actually not even a Bears rule. That's an NFL rule, apparently.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just found that out.
My Montgomery fucking catch is still up there. So there you go.
I think the NFL can come down on you, like on reporters on it. But I don't know how they really police that because – people can just retweet and quote tweet and do stuff like that. But I mean, I get the fans' frustrations too. Like people, man, are in my mentions and like, I even get DMs from people. It's like, hey, can you tell me? And I can't, it's so hard and I wish I could. And
don't hate on Zack. He has a job to do. He'll come on here throughout training camp. Give us some. We'll pepper you with questions.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to do it.
Real quick before we let you go, because I know you're short on time, and we got a bunch to get into with all of these fans of the.
Yeah, you guys got a bunch of fans waiting, don't you?
Yeah, we got people. Yeah. We had people jumping in early, for God's sake. Jackal had to throw people out.
I saw Steven in there offering $500 to get on first.
Yeah, he was. He's got to buy ice cream for breakfast tomorrow. He needs money.
give us one guy right now that you were like, oh shit, this dude's ready.
Yeah,
Nick Biting.
I won't use I won't use Justin Fields because that's the
right. That's the layup. Okay.
Yeah. So it's tough on defense just because they haven't been, fully out there.
We'll stay the offense.
If you were to ask me a couple weeks ago, I would have said Daz Newsome from rookie minicamp. He's obviously not out there right now. Man, I'm trying to think.
What about number 85? Cole Kmet.
Is that too obvious of a?
No. How is he doing? Doing?
You know what? I'll go with Cole Kmet just because I think I was trying to go away from the bigger players and give you guys kind of a surprise player. I'll say Cole Kmet right now, though, because he's kind of getting that connection with Dalton and Fields being on the field. And I think, he said it today, they really want to up his game, take it to the next level this offseason. And that's, not only being a really good or a run blocker, but also being a good pass catcher, expanding his routes. And I thought he had a really good answer today. I don't know if you guys caught it. He said he was open to playing all preseason and getting more reps with this offense because it only gets him better and it only helps him. And we know the debacle of the training or of preseason a couple of years ago. So I like hearing that from the players that they want to play in the preseason.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'll say Cole Kmet. I don't think, this take this for what it's worth, and you can kind of read into some who's playing where. I don't think Jermaine Ifedi's been awful in practices so far. I think he's actually kind of stood out for me a little bit too.
Nice. I think Hogan John said he lost some weight, right?
He looks a little slender.
Lawrence Funk told me right across the table with Claudio. You talk about somebody who's ready.
Yeah.
Ifedi
looks more agile out
there. Ifedi looks like he fucking went to work on his body, which is your brand, really, when you look at it. They could move on from anybody at any time except maybe Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack's contracts, yada yada yada, but you get what I'm saying. So it's your body, your brand.
I'll throw you guys out another one. Keep an eye on the rookie Khalil Herbert.
Okay.
I like he's fast, man. He is quick, and I think he can have an impact. We talk about him on special teams potentially. I think he can have an impact in the backfield too. That's another one to watch. I mean, that backfield's loaded, man. That is a loaded.
Is Cohen
backfield.
Out there practicing or no?
No, he's not practicing. No, okay. He's out there. He's not practicing.
Yeah, because I love Herbert way more than Cohen, and I know people are going to get their panties in a bunch, but I just Emery Hunt might be pissed, but the reality is, I actually absolutely think this kid could be
He's got those thighs, man.
The second back in. Obviously, everybody knows it's David Montgomery is a filthy fucking animal. And to have this guy behind him with that twitchiness, and he's a kick returner, I like what I see out of this kid too, Zach. So it's going to be interesting to hear from you as camp opens up in July and so on. And as we go
speaking of camp opening up, Roquan, you think he's getting an extension during camp? Is he?
Yeah, I think so. I think
that's why he's there. It's got
I just think Ryan Pace has a history of rewarding his guys.
Me too.
I mean, Allen Robinson's the lone exception right now. I mean, you look back. I mean, I don't like to bring up the name, but Charles Leno got a deal done at the end of camp. Who was it? Eddie Goldman got one.
That was
Cody
right
Whitehair.
Yep.
Kyle Long.
Kyle Long got
even
one.
though he hates Ryan Pace and everything.
I mean, they reward their guys. I think Roquan is the one guy you really cannot let go on this roster outside of quarterback. I think he'll get it done. I think Roquan will be a little more, willing to take, he's going to get his money, but I don't see a holdout or anything in the future, anything like that.
Well, Zach, you are the man. We appreciate you
guys.
here. Thanks for jumping on. Obviously, we'll talk sooner rather than later. But
yeah,
all the best to you and your wife and everything.
appreciate it.
Family. I really appreciate your work.
Your world's about to change, my friend.
Yeah, man. I'm ready. I am so ready.
Yeah.
Uncle Angelo's ready to babysit.
Yes.
You know you're going to be a dad when you're glad when you get out of the tarry poops into the green poops and then into the yellow.
Stages of poops.
Yep.
Oh, man. That's not what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all the best. Thank you. Keep up the work. Try your best. Get some binoculars. They can't stop you from that, can they?
No, we could bring binoculars.
Okay.
Yeah, we could bring them out. I actually got to get some. So.
Yeah, I want some in-depth of your vision of what these guys are doing. He's Zack Pearson, Bear Report. Follow Zack on Twitter at Zack_Pearson. If you're listening on the podcast, it's Zack with a K. _PEARSON. All the best, Zack. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We could have kept you on for another 40 minutes, but I appreciate you. I know your time is valuable.
We're actually moving soon, so I gotta pack up some I can't let the pregnant wife do all the work. So.
I hear you.
That will not be good.
All right, brother.
You guys take care. You guys have a great show, and I'll be watching. I'll have it on my mobile phone. I gotta charge it up a little bit, but take it easy, guys. Stay safe.
Is your phone mobile? Really? That's kind of
I haven't heard mobile phone since
long. It's like saying the ATM machine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's like my mom. She called everything Nintendo.
Yeah.
He's up playing Nintendo. I'm like, Mom, it's fucking PS3.
It's the PS5, Mom.
Yeah.
Later. Zack Pearson, great dude, great follow, and a good, even better person.
Yeah.
Pearson person. Shayne getting on me. I'm trying. We're getting right into this. This show, though, we gave you a little bit about Zack having his eyes on camp, unlike any of us. We're not allowed in there. Imagine if you and I were allowed.
Well, that's what I was going to ask him, and then I forgot.
But crossing the line.
Is Larry Mayer in with the
he's
media
probably in the huddle.
scrum? Or that's what I'm saying.
I've met Larry, and I've seen him from.
I did.
Larry's allowed to break some rules.
Yeah.
Larry has his own golf cart. It's like, I'm not kidding. That's the reality. Listen, I hope there's hope, right? Don't we always say that? Where's that video? I'm so far behind here. I was trying to set it up. For God's sake, someone, anybody. Here it is. Where is he? We hope there's hope. There it is. It's telling me I can't fucking share it. What the hell? I hope there's hope. Can you say it for me? I hope there's
hope.
There he is.
Hey,
my
guys.
God. Gary Williams, one of our biggest fans, and one of those moments I don't think I'll ever forget. Obviously, we bring it up all the time as we talk about the Chicago Bears, and heading into this offseason, it was you on Bears Hour Live. Me, you, Shayne. And my father right there. And that's were saying, I hope there's hope.
That's right.
And we were all upset. If you're listening just now or new to the show, Bears Hour Live, the Tape Never Lies Network's live post-game show. You think this show is good? Wait till you see Bears Hour Live right after the final whistle blows. We go live and break it all down.
We're going to be real tired this year with all those primetime games.
We got a lot of primetime games, Gary. Gary, are you ready? First of all, how is your eye, your health? Let's get that out of the way, and then I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to shut up.
Okay. So we're about 3 weeks post-op surgery. As you guys can see, hopefully you can see on camera.
Yeah, you look good.
I look a lot better than my previous videos. I made a few videos that I didn't get a chance to post to Facebook, but I appreciate all of the texts, all of the calls, all of your support, all of the, the love and appreciation from, the Keepin It 100 family. So
hell yeah.
I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You kept me motivated because I can tell you that, going through a major surgery like this, you do deal with a lot of,
inner demons.
Inner demons. Yes. And, through your love and support, I've been able to kind of make it through. So we still have a little bit longer to go. My doctor says that I'm healing, and all of the steps and things that I'm experiencing with my eye healing is normal. So in about a year's time, I should be able to wear contact lenses and have full 20/20 vision. So I'm looking forward to that date.
TTNL is family, as Cherie is producing tonight. We got
Lady Bear.
Yes, Lady Bear in parts of our network. Everyone knows her as Lady Bear or Cherie, not Sherry, Chris Jackal.
I'm like the only one on here as part of our crew that gets her name right.
Hey, Shayne, congratulations as well. On the
Thanks,
baby.
man.
It's always a blessing to have a little one in the world. One day I hope to have children of my own.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah.
Right on that. I mean, that's not a good omen, Geary.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Starts talking about the babies and all hell breaks loose.
Claudio knocked him off.
Jackal knows what I'm talking about, right, Jackal?
What happened, Geary? You're talking about babies.
I don't know. It was so weird. It's like my browser just shut down, and it's like, did I get bounced for mentioning the baby word?
Gary's like, yeah, I want to have a baby. That was great.
Someone's knocking Shayne off. I don't trust these guys.
It was all the ladies around Gary that heard that he wants to have a baby, and they were just they were tackling him. He lost his internet connection, right, Gary?
Unbelievable.
Must be, right?
So, Geary, let's get into this. This is
Absolutely.
the fan appreciation show. We appreciate you, obviously, and we're going to bring on all these fans that want to come on. So if you're in the chat and you wanted to come on tonight, please reach out to Chris Jackal at Skinny Czar. Where can they reach you, Chris? At Skinny CA3AR. You had to make this fucking complicated. Jesus, why couldn't it just be easy? We can't even hear you. Unmute.
Every week he forgets about that mute button.
Jesus,
too many damn buttons, man. I got to do it on the microphone. I got to do it on my computer. I got to do it on the screen. Come on, cut me some slack.
Put your @ in the chat. That rhymes.
There you go.
And say it now for those of you that are listening live and not.
It's easy.
Where
Skinny?
Yes.
Caesar, but the E is a 3.
Oh,
11.
That's what that is.
Yes.
So, Chris, are you a gamer?
11.
No, I'm not, man.
Is that your gamer? Is that your Fortnite tag?
No, man. No Fortnite tag for this guy.
Yeah. That's one thing you'll find out. Nobody's a gamer that's got babies, right, Jackal?
No, I was like, oh, shit, I'll get MLB The Show. I'll play some game. I'll play.
Dude, I got it this year for the first time. I have an Xbox. I've wanted MLB The Show forever. It finally comes out. I have not played one fucking game on it yet. Yeah, not one.
Game.
Not one.
You're too busy washing your hands, getting the seeds out, man.
Exactly.
The seeds. All right.
All right, boys. Hit me up on Twitter.
Chris, hit him up on Twitter. Follow him and the TTNL at TTNL Network on Twitter. You want to come on the show? We're also, for you haters, real quick, Geary, before we get into this, we're going to have a troll show. Shayne doesn't even know this, but I came up with this earlier today when I was talking to my boy, Cool Kennedy. The troll show. You run your mouths. Hold on. I'll isolate on me because I don't want Geary involved with my threat. You run your mouths. Actually, we're going to remove Geary and keep Shayne because Shayne's with me in this. You run your mouths. You talk that talk in the chat. You have the bigot. You got the racist, you got the ignorant, you got all of that, and you got that gusto. So you're You hate the network, or you
See if
have
you
your
can-
own show.
See if you can talk when the lights are on.
Let's bring you on the motherfucking show and we'll talk it out. We'll debate it. So no other fucking podcast is doing that. So we're going to call it the Troll Show. You don't like the troll? You don't like that title? Well, fuck your feelings. You gotta handle it. The Blog Boys get special invitation. Anybody that you think you want to step to this, you're dumb. Come on the show. We'll talk it out. And that'll be this summer coming to this network, keeping it 100. We'll keep it 100. We'll debate it out. We'll see how tough people are. Everybody's tough behind a keyboard. We'll
Absolutely.
put the lights on you. I have no qualms going anywhere. I'll talk with anybody. You want me to come on your show? Reach out to me. Hit me up. I'll do it. There you go. Geary, I didn't want you involved with that. I don't want any problems with you. But me and Shayne, the Troll Show this summer, it's going to be epic. We'll see who steps up. It might be quiet like crickets. Cherie thinks it's going to be nobody's going to show. The no-show show, probably, because the trolls are,
I'm looking forward to that
Penguin.
show.
Penguin might come up.
Actually, that would be interesting. So we can bring
we'll
back.
see.
Who was the guy from Green Bay who said running
Oh,
backs didn't
Peter
matter?
Bukowski.
Peter Bukowski.
He
Yeah.
needs to
Been
be
showing his
first.
face.
Yeah. Oh
I hope
yeah.
he shows up.
I've been monitoring everything that he says lately because it seems like they're getting awful worried about number 12 actually not being in Green Bay, and now they're referring to, this roster in Green Bay is Super Bowl ready even without Aaron Rodgers. That's what he's spouting off about now, and I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, we'll see how
we'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see how good you are without a fucking Hall of Fame quarterback under center. Makes a little bit of a difference. Chicago's had many teams with great rosters with no quarterback, and
they'll probably be trying to get on the phone and try to get Nick Foles from us.
Yeah, exactly.
He could be starting for them. I had a dream. That's funny you said that. I had a dream that Nick Foles was the Packers starting quarterback. That was crazy.
That would actually be
Could
pretty
be
funny.
happening. That would be hysterical. But Geary, you found
Yes.
this network. How did you find the network? And then throw us some Bears stuff, and then we got to move on to the next 100 crew. I wanted to
Absolutely.
go ahead.
So, Phil, I found you guys on YouTube. So, there's a couple other Bears Facebook groups, and so someone mentioned, about the tape never lies. So I've been following you ever since you started diagnosing Mitch Trubisky, and so I was like, man, this guy really knows football, and when you get into a lot of these groups, you get a lot of folks, who don't really know the game inside and out. So, they can say someone played terrible, or, they may not know football, and that's okay,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
with you and Shayne and everybody here at the network, we get an education, we get a lesson on football, even for some of us that were former players and things like that. And I appreciate that. And so going back and actually, looking at the breakdown of film and saying, yeah, he's right. Okay, this, and analyzing, the plays, the players, you really, really, really get the nuances of football, and it makes you better informed as a fan. So when we talk about DeWaris and, the backlash of Robert Quinn last season,
yep,
the breakdowns of Mitch Trubisky and his failures, good Mitch, bad Mitch, also Nagy's play calling. So we put it out there and we keep it 100. And I respect you guys so much. I'm glad that I'm a part of the Keeping It 100 family.
Hell yeah.
You guys, I think about y'all every day. As I was sitting in the green room, I was just sitting here laughing and cracking up because you guys are hilarious. And
we still have to, Phil and I have been talking for a couple of years now about recording our phone calls that we have throughout the day, and just airing them, because they would literally just be an entire show, just the phone calls. Sometimes Braggs will get online with us, or Acevedo, Jackal's been there.
Jackal.
Angelo's on there a couple of different
Cool
times.
Kennedy.
Yep, absolutely.
Angelo.
I think people would love those shows.
Yeah, we should do that. We gotta record this and just put it up in audio. You can just
that would be
the phone calls.
That would be hilarious.
That's a great idea. You should hear some of these debates and show ideas. I have so many good ideas, and then they get lost in translation.
Yeah,
but I could tell you guys.
Yeah,
honestly, my favorite guest so far.
This is what I love. Look at this.
Lemonhead. Yes. Dante Jones. Yeah. Of course, Coach. That's my favorite guy right there. That's my guy. I can't wait to meet Coach in person one of these days.
Oh, my dad. My dad.
Yes. Coach is like.
He was asking about you over the weekend.
Really?
I swear to God.
Tell him I am doing.
There's Dante Jones. Yes, I will tell him that. I actually I told him that you had put a video. I showed him it. He's like, oh my God. I remember when he said, I hope there's hope. What is he saying now? I go, that we have some hope.
We have some hope.
Like, yeah, you do.
Hope is here. Hope is here.
Gary, take us back to draft night real quick when you saw the Bears go up.
Oh my goodness!
Then it happened. What was your emotion? What was going through your head?
So I first was I can be totally honest and transparent. I thought that the Bears were going to try to draft Mac Jones, and out of all the quarterbacks in this year's draft, I was like, okay, Justin Fields is that guy. That guy is a winner. He's been a winner since high school. He probably is a winner in Pop Warner, Pee Wee League, and he competed against Trevor Lawrence pretty much his whole, career from high school to college and now in the NFL. And if he had that kind of poise back then, and that kind of humility back then, and that kind of leadership, I mean, leaders and winners, they win. You know what I'm saying? And they win at all costs. And they have that killer instinct. And they have that it factor. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ooze it. Like Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan never gave up in a game. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. That killer instinct, it can't be taught. You just have to have it. Yep. And he's a stone cold assassin. And he's waiting. Pretty soon, the Red Rifle is going to run out of ammunition. And we're going to have to bring in Mr. Fields. And he's going to get it done. There's hope, guys. There's hope.
I hope there's hope.
Got the right people. I hope that is hope.
That's going to be the quote, the name of this show, Shayne. I hope there's hope.
There's hope.
I hope there's hope.
I hope that there's hope. Okay.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. That
hope
moment
is here.
If we get the right people, you said.
Right.
That's hidden in there in that quote. Your quote has inspired this network. Obviously, that's why you're first out the gate. I wanted you on the show. I love you. You're a true fan. In that moment, I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about I didn't have it in that moment, to be perfectly honest with you. I was in a place of sheer comedy. If you watch me, I'm like, yeah, I hope there's hope, because there is no hope.
There
and then when they doubled down in that was way before the fucking final year presser.
Oh yeah.
They doubled down on that just sheer shit show. There was no hope for me. The only hope was that they'd fire these guys, and that was gone at that point. So to get to here now, I got to tip my hat to Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy, getting these players, Zack talking about them tonight, that are changing the course. They're course correcting, speed, leadership at the quarterback position. And for you, Geary, there's finally hope. So
there's finally hope.
Thank you so much for coming on with us tonight, bro. Well, go ahead. You had one point you wanted to make?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just want to say thank you again, guys. We got hope. Hope is here.
Yes.
And hope is now. Okay.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I can honestly, I'm praying for now, I hope that Matt Nagy calls the right plays and pushes the right buttons this year. No more tight end sweeps and things like that. That's what I'm hoping for.
No more of that. No more of that. You're the best. I love you, seriously.
And I have cigars for you.
Oh, when we come. Are you going to be in Chicago when we come? We're coming.
I am trying to get to the Green Bay game in Chicago, and I also want to go to the Pittsburgh game as well and see you guys. So
then just let me know. I have some connections if you need a ticket, brother.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to make that work, but I don't want to make any promises. I can't promise everybody, but you have a special place. And like Bullet said, Shayne knows. I'm so tired. I'm 47. I'm going to be 48 years old in July. I don't have any time to hide my feeling. I'm going to be very transparent to people moving forward. This is a crazy world. I'm going to tell you about some shit that even's going down over the weekend that I can't even comprehend. Even into today, I'm watching crazy shit go down, and there needs a lot of positivity. There needs to be some hope. And
Absolutely.
You are that, man. I think about you, and I'm not bullshit. I don't bullshit. I fucking hate ignorance. I really do.
Me too.
But in ignorance, there is hope, because ignorance is just not knowing. Racist and bigots and hate and angry and all that, there is no hope for them. They've already gone that path. There's no hope. So here we can change that with people like you and the 100 crew and Shayne. We stand for something different. I know we work our asses off to try to bring the best quality, production to the table. Now we're getting even deeper into doing other big things like live shows, and I want you to be a part of that. So I want you at that game, brother. We're gonna have hope that day, and we're gonna celebrate. I believe it. God bless you.
God bless you too, guys.
Gary Williams.
Gary.
Follow him on Facebook. Sign up to the Keeping It 100 Facebook group. This is where our family go to share their stories, share your podcast or where you're writing and your thoughts, and we'll debate it there. Just don't share any bullshit ass blog narrative like the Bears blog. I don't need to see it. Unless you're making fun of it, then
share.
All right,
Then
Gary.
share away.
Gary, Shayne, you want to say goodbye to Gary?
No, he knows, man. I've been watching his videos, and like I said, it's my dad isn't dealing exactly with what you're dealing with, but my father's a diabetic, and he's got serious issues with his eyesight. So I know how it matters, and he got to hold his granddaughter, and he's got to keep her close so he can see the details and stuff like that, and it's that affects you when you see somebody that you grew up with, and a lot of us, until something happens, take things like sight and hearing and stuff like that. You take it for granted until you don't have it, and I mean, you're living through it, man. So, like I said, sometimes you said you're dealing with the demons. You know that Phil and I and the 100 crew are always around. Sometimes a simple phone call.
You have my phone number.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely, man. We're always there. I'm going to be up all hours of the night now, so you're good. Don't worry about calling. Don't worry about
send
calling.
a text first. Don't be like Angelo. Call it. Angelo will call me. I don't answer. He calls right back. I feel like I'm in 8th grade with Sally Q. Kept calling me. She wanted to go to the dance. I was like, it's over with Sally. Anyway,
I think Claudio slept with her, didn't he?
I love how he goes, what?
Wait, bring the barber back.
Barber fucking got bounced by an accident. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, we're going to move on. Gary Williams. Oh, there's Claudio. It's loading.
Bring him in.
Oh, there he went. Where is he?
There he is.
There he is.
I got kicked off.
Gary, Claudio, you wanted to say one thing to Claudio.
What up, Claude?
What up, bro? It's good to see you, man. I'm glad you're better.
Oh, thanks, brother. I can't wait for the cut. I had to cut it bald, today for my TV
the
appearance.
Claudio
But,
yeah, all
right. God bless you, Gary.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, I love you, man.
We're moving on from Gary Williams.
Yeah, here,
Chicago.
real quick.
Yes.
Phil.
Oh, Nate, keep up that same strength. You'll be ready for the troll show.
Exactly. Nate, come on the troll show, bro. Talk about why you think he's going to be a bust, bro. All right?
Yeah, Nate, keep that same energy.
Come up with an original name, too, Nate. Jesus Christ. Bustin' Fields. That's not even... It's not even original.
God. I thought it was pretty creative, you know.
Well,
he's worked hard.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm with Sherry. I don't think it's Sherry. Sherry. I don't think anybody's gonna come on. We'll see.
Listen, I'm here. I isolated on me and Shayne.
See,
Shayne, you agree 100%, right? There you go.
That's good.
This is what I'm talking. You have everybody. You don't like me. You don't like Shayne. That's cool. But we can talk it out. We might even grow from that shit.
Look how
that's the reality. Just
look how concerned I look.
Everybody has those tough guy key. Like Cherie said, you're all tough until the lights are on. Speaking of lights, an Army veteran here, Edwin.
My man, one of my favorites
Lopez,
right here.
We got a little surprise for Edwin, though.
Oh, he froze there.
We got a surprise for you, Ed.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh my God!
Guys, you guys
this
hear
is
me?
the moment.
Oh, come on!
Been waiting for.
Got my popcorn ready.
There
for this.
he is. No,
I got my popcorn ready.
I spoke to Edwin earlier today, and Cars has become probably his favorite person on the network next to me.
Which means I'm towering over you. That's what all of that means.
Everybody has done that my whole life. I'm always the underdog, and that's fine. I don't want it any other way. But Edwin, there's Cars. You said it to me. I love that guy. Your first time first of all, take us back real quick. I'm asking everybody now, as Geary set the tone, how you found the network, favorite guest. I love that. Or favorite show that you had. And then we'll talk some Bears or your thoughts on the Bears. But I really wanted to know what this network means to you. And you gave me a bit of it. And I think a lot of people should hear what you have to say, man.
Yeah. Like I told you earlier, I was at work one day, and I'm in the military. I'm retired military, but I work for the Department of Defense on Fort Campbell, and I work at an ammunition supply point. And during Christmas time, these guys, they're not training, so a lot of ammunition is not being pumped out. And I pray to God my boss doesn't see this, but I was just sitting there one day, and I was like scrolling through YouTube, looking at highlights of the game. And when you get on YouTube, the video is playing at the bottom. It gives you recommendations. So I saw you, and so I clicked on it, and I saw you breaking down a tape, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's legit." And a couple of my coworkers, we started watching it because it's Christmas, and no one's around. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I got to subscribe to this. I subscribed to it, started looking at it, but I didn't realize it was a show, and I remember on Facebook, I clicked on ChiCitySports. I was looking at, and it popped up you guys are about to come on. And that was a show where I lit into Cars a little bit that, Shayne, congratulations, by the way, Shayne. God bless your family. Your daughter's beautiful, man. And he always guides you guys and protect you, And Shayne was like, yo, tone it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're going kind of heavy. So I was like, in a way, I kind of felt bad. I was like, man,
I'm fragile and delicate, Edwin. I'm really fragile is the issue. I've got very thin skin, so I need Shayne to protect me. That's the way that this works.
So when Shayne said that, I was like, damn, I kind of, because I'm, like I said, I'm retired Army. I'm not going to take it to another level, you know what I'm saying? That, I don't want to, civilians might not be used to, you know what I'm saying? A soldier got to be used to it because you don't got no choice. Uncle Sugar pays your bills, so you got to take it, you know what I mean? But a civilian doesn't have to go through that, you know what I mean? So I was like, damn, I felt bad. And then I started looking you guys up and and I found, Phil on Instagram, and I found Cars on Twitter. Shayne, I got you on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Barbara on Twitter. So I just, throughout my day when I'm not doing nothing, I look at what you guys are saying. Because I was a big fan, well, not a fan, but to keep up with Chicago sports living here in Tennessee, ESPN Chicago, but I just realized that it was like a narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
they just keep saying this same nonsense, and they got to criticize. So I just figured it was like, well, they're just saying this because they got to have ratings. You know what I mean? And in finding you guys keep it real. You guys say the truth, and you go sugarcoat it. And like I told you, Phil, earlier, I compare a lot of things to the military because that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? In the military, we don't sugarcoat it. And like I told you, we get it done. We go at 100%. Because like one of my NCOs, my section sergeant, my mentor, he told me, if you don't do your fucking job, somebody can die. You want that shit on your conscience, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, I don't want it on my conscience. So we go at 100%. So when you're breaking down a film and you call out, an example, Akeem Hicks, like, yo, you're not going to the motor, or Jimmy Graham or Anthony Miller, and you're like, bro, come on, dude. If I get paid way less than you, which is my choice, I did it, but I served my country to protect you so you could play this game. You know what I'm saying? Give it 100%, dude. Because there's a lot of fans out here, you know what I mean, that like, in cars, did the shout out on Memorial Day weekend. It's a lot of guys that we all gave something, but some of us gave all. And they're not here. And they were football fans.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, it gives me chills. You said something to me, and I want to just repeat it to you. Shayne, this guy schedules his work around tonight. Like, to awesome. Be involved in the chat and have Thursday off, have Wednesday night off, Thursday, because he so looks forward to the camaraderie, the friendship, the truth, the energy, the comedy and cars and the whole nine of everything. Now, you could speak on that, but that really stayed with me, that people are here every fucking Wednesday. Like, I don't even understand how another network is trying to put Bear stuff out tonight against us. I don't know why you would do that, because of people like Edwin. It's humbling, and I say that in just being funny in saying that. I'm taking a shot at other people, but in reality, it's so fucking humbling to me. Fuck the 10,000 subscribers and all that numbers and all that shit. When someone says to me, listen, you're must-see TV for my life, and this is why, you could take it from there, Edwin.
Yeah, like I said, I went through a very, hard divorce, you know what I'm saying? And when you go from having a family and children and the noises around the house and the yelling and the screaming and take out the trash and all that, to you come to a house now where it's just complete silence. It's very eye-opening, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have really nothing. So being part of the military, I'm part of, I form everything as a routine. I get up at 4, I get up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm in the gym at 4. I work out till 5:30. I come home, I shower, I go to work. I work 8 hours. I come home. But then when I came home, I had nothing. When I found your show, I was like, now I got something to look forward to on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
so my gym routine in the morning was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? I was like, fuck that. These shows go till like midnight. You know what I'm saying? Shayne be like, all right, no, come on, man, let's not do the shout out tonight. Yeah. Got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, fuck that. I'm going to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, because that way I can fucking sleep in, go to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And watch my show. You know what I mean? And
that's amazing.
It's crazy awesome. Too. Like, my parents have become they're not. My mom is she's a Pentecostal deacon, so it's hard to get her to watch the show all the time. But they
sorry,
no deacon should watch this show. Absolutely, not anyone remotely religious. Yeah,
gotta watch it on mute.
Yeah,
So we're like, my brother gets, he's like, I'm getting married, and I'm like, when? He's like, December. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. And that's a no-go. And he was like, no, bro, you don't get it. I was like, what? He's like, my wedding is on a Friday, dog. I'm like, my man, you know what I'm saying? So I take my parents to go get, shopping and stuff, and We come back and the game is over. What? So I put your show on after the game, and bro, you had my mom and my dad rolling. When you were calling out Nagy, when you called him a fucking shoe salesman, my dad almost jumped out of the fucking truck, bro. My dad was like, "This man is not playing." My dad was like, "If I was the head coach and I'm listening to this, I'm calling this man immediately and like, you know what? You're not gonna fucking talk about me like that. We're gonna go fucking settle this shit like men." You know what I'm saying? But I was like, "Yeah, Nagy's not gonna do that." And you know. It's like my mom was rolling, laughing. My brother, I showed my brother all of your the Christmas songs you put out.
Oh,
It's you know, it's to the point like you've become a part of my family. You know what I'm saying?
You are.
And
I always say I love you. Sometimes I'll just DM you in the morning, just checking in on you because
yeah.
Patron 222 is always watching, Chris. But like I said, this dude, he sent me, Shayne.
Yeah.
See this? He sent me a t-shirt. I was wearing it tonight because I knew it was the fan appreciation show. I got look at you rocking that TTNL swag. This guy's
Edwin,
a 400-pound bench press.
Thank you for your service, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And listen, guys, like whenever somebody says that, it's like I don't know how to say you're welcome because honestly, I just did it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people join for the college money. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, join because, you know, we felt like, all right, you know, we got attacked on 9/11 and we got to do it for our country. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie to you. I joined it because I was getting a whole lot of fucking trouble in the Virgin Islands. And my dad was like, bro, you gotta get the fuck out of my house, man, because I'm not going to bury a son. You know what I'm saying? So I joined
I hear you.
and it turned into a man, you know what I mean? And you know, 15 years, you know, I will never regret it. You know what I'm saying? No matter the hardships, no matter what I went through, what I've gone through afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't adjust. I still won't trade for the world, you know what I mean? And that's why, like I told you earlier, Phil, that's why I love the show too, because you guys aren't military, but you resemble a lot of characteristics from the military. You hold motherfuckers accountable. You call them out when they're messed up. You know what I'm saying? And that shit that you don't see no more. Like, you know, when you say soft as puppy shit, I'm sitting here like, bro, I'm like,
it's like
you're
half
right.
of the country.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And
all Dinos. Any Dinos.
Yeah, you know, like we say, like you say soft as puppy shit, but in the Army we say, you know, cotton hard, butter soft. Throw his ass in a skillet, he'll melt. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you know, so it's, you know, like watching your show is like, okay, I can relate with these guys and how they say it, how they do it. It's just like the Army. You know what I'm saying? Except in your game, you produce a good show and you go at 100% and you give out the best product. And in my game, we got to do 100% or somebody might not come home. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear you.
In reality, this is how it is. You know what I'm saying? I just love you guys. You know what I mean? Cars, I told you already, dude. Cars, you could do no wrong, bro. You just call me up and be like, look, man, I need you to be in my house with a shovel. I'm not even going to ask. I'll be there with a shovel. You know what I'm saying?
I love this, dude. You know, I got customers.
We've come from that place after already being yelled at like the first 7 times I was on the show. Like we've come together now as a family. And now we can turn all our hatred towards Shayne. It's just the way that this works.
That's the way that it works. That's the way that it works.
Shayne was like, yo, I don't know who this ammo dog is or this Edwin Lopez, but bro, you need to tone it down, bro.
Yeah. But hey, that's the way we run. A lot of people that have been involved in this show, and it's really been trial by fire. A lot of, you know, Phil and I have always told people, because we've done this for so long, it's the people. If we don't talk about you,
right,
then you should be worried. It's the person, you know what I mean? If we see something that you're doing and we call it out, you should be. That's how we're getting involved. We're not bullshitting. I mean, Phil and I have had our disagreements. Phil's seen me lose my shit before, and vice versa. But that's what it is. And people people always say, and you know how it is, Edwin, like I said, I wasn't in the military, but I come from a military family. I live I'm, just a couple of stone throws away from Fort Drum here in New York. And it's the camaraderie, like you said, it is very similar. It's, it's like a sports team, your brotherhood. And if you can't call out the brother beside you for doing something that's fucked up or something that you disagree with, then you're doing it wrong. Then you're not really a brother. You know what I mean? You got to be able to call to call your boy out and then call a spade or do it however you got to fucking do it. And that's the one thing that we've run into with people. We like to bust balls, and it's really should be looked at as being endearing, because if we're not going to involve you and bust your balls and do it that way, then you're not part of our brotherhood, and that's the way that we always look at it. So
again, what's up, guys? Again, like you just said that, man, like that's what like my NCO taught me in the Army.
Yeah.
So he's like, if I don't fuck with you and I don't say 2 words to you, I don't like you. And every time you fuck up, I'm gonna do paperwork and I'm gonna have your ass out the Army. But if I yell at you, it's because I care about you and I'm trying to get you to do the right thing. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
that's the truth.
Yo, that's why I love this show, man. And then what I'm saying, the people, the comments, and people on the comments when you make a comment and they'll like it and they'll like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen on the comments, people have our own little debates in the comments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we see it. We hear about it certainly the next day.
Oh yeah.
I really rarely.
Everybody in the chat, I know I sound like I'm in a hallway. I know
we're gonna get this.
It's not breaking
I was
news.
just gonna break in and say, listen, Shayne had a baby as he was building his studio. He has to put the soundproofing on the ceiling and get stuff on the walls.
The umbilical cord is cut already, buddy. I don't know what the delay is here, but this is some crap, man.
Real quick, we got a lot of guests to get to. Obviously, we want to give everybody, as we can, everybody a chance to come on the show. But really, I heard it. I did come on the show. I fucked up. But let's just say this real quick: your favorite show or moment, guest, whatever it is, Edwin. And then we got to move on to the next guest. So do you have a favorite guest or moment, something that really stands out to you?
My favorite guest would be Zorich, because I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the guys that I looked at and I was like, yo, this dude's a beast, man. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And one of my favorite moments was when Bukaki came on. And we were all lighting his ass up, you know what I'm saying? And like I remember saying in the chat, I was like, "Where's fucking cars when we need them? Where the cars in his analytics, and he could give us all the numbers. And now we got this fucking guy here, but cars nowhere to be found. And I was like, where's cars when we need them? So that was like, one of my favorite moments. But my favorite, I love all the guests, but my favorite guest was Chris Zorich, man. Especially his story with his mom and stuff like that. It's inspiring, you know what I mean?
Well, you're an amazing person and a father. And I want to say what Claudio said. Thank you so much for your service. Obviously, you're a friend, and I really, truly do love you. I mean, that's the reality of where this network is. As Sharia said, as Jackal, our producers in the back, this is family, and this is what it's about tonight. It's June. And we have shit to talk about on a show, and we could go probably to midnight. But Shayne is going to be mad if we do that. So that's why we got to move on.
Which is why we need to go to 1 a.m.
Before you let me go, I love the way it says, like, yeah, no shout-outs. Like, he just throws it real quick. And then if you look at it, he'll bring his head down, like, to try to, like, no attention. Like, no shout-outs. And he'll be like, fucking laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's usually texting me at that point.
Right. Nobody realizes that Shayne's got to get up at fucking 4 a.m. and that's, in like 3 hours, everybody's like, oh, fuck, he's so lazy. He doesn't want to do shout outs. I'm like, no, I just fucking worked all day. And now I'm doing a 6.5 hour show. And oh, look at that. I got to get up in 2 hours and 45 fucking minutes.
True story, though. Shayne will end the show. We'll go on a shout, and I know he's tired. And then all of a sudden, he gets this extra burst, and we're sitting there after show talking more. And I go, we could have done shout outs, damn it. You're the best, Edwin. God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
Edwin.
Guys, bro.
Thanks,
There's
man.
hope.
Love you too.
There's hope. There you go. Edwin Lopez, military, survivor, divorcee. He's on the single charts now. So we're going to get him hooked up. Great man, great friend. And friend, he sent me this. I forgot to ask him.
Yeah, I should have worn mine. He sent me one. Cars. I know Cars got one too.
He had a reason behind each one. We're gonna bring him back on the next show. When the No Troll show comes out, there'll be nobody showing up. I'll be surprised. I'll give credit if they do. If you do, I'm talking to you, troll boy. Dumb.
Check your phone, Phil, before you add.
Who are we going with?
Yeah, we're gonna go HL.
HL Priest. Was that what you wanted me to check? You could have.
Yeah, Jackal sent a message there. So
this guy, I know everybody's waiting. There he is.
There he is.
L
What's up?
Priest. I'm not used to.
What's up, fam?
Oh, he froze.
There he is.
Now we got you.
We stand
Froze up
right
a little
there. You have my internet signal sometimes.
Is that good?
You're good.
Right there. HL Priest, the man.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry about that, man.
You don't have to apologize for shit. You're on the show. As long as we can hear you. Everybody, I always see you in the chat, and you're always promoting the network. I always say, like, how hard is it? Like, I don't know. If you love the show, that should be. I mean, that would be my goal.
It's not
but
hard,
again,
man. It's easy.
Well, that means a lot to me because I always think outside the box. Maybe I'm in a certain lane. I don't think as well as my boy Cool Kennedy does. That guy, he finds my words in the air, and that's exactly how I wanted to say it. But I was talking about you today because you always share the show and let other people know that, like Gustavo loves the show. Share it. Everybody in fucking Brazil. Let everybody fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Love the show like Ray Morris. Share it. That you do that though. You do step up in the pocket. So you're my Justin Fields of promoting the network. No, that means a lot.
I appreciate that, man.
Just think about how pissed off you would have. Think about how pissed off you would have been if you would have said, "You're my Andy Dalton," though, HL.
I wouldn't mind Andy Dalton. I wouldn't mind
Jordan Love would have been the line.
Yeah, right.
Jordan Love.
Yeah, I'd have to hang up there.
Yeah.
So how did you find the show?
I want to tell y'all.
Go ahead. You tell me.
What I was about to say. I found y'all by accident. I literally was chasing about 18 different outlets for the Bears information and whatnot. And I seen you two, Shayne and Phil, on the preview they show before you click on it. As soon as I clicked on it, first thing out of your mouth was fucking stupid something. And Shayne was just sitting there smiling. I knew then, okay, let me listen to what these cats talking about, because I swear, me and my circle, we go hard about this football thing, man. We live and die. So when I seen that passion that he was talking about and the Bears had just beat the Lions. It was the beginning of the year last year, I believe. Oh, yeah. And it was a Bears Hour Live video.
Wow.
But there was a lot of mistakes in that game. And
exactly. I remember.
I've been hooked ever since.
I remember specifically that show because we had just started the network. So think about this.
Yep.
There's so many people so misinformed, and Cars will tell you that after a win, they want to celebrate and have happy-go-lucky with Greg.
Right.
But that ain't this network.
Who?
This is.
I look at the bad things, the things that didn't go well.
Exactly. We want to focus on winning a fucking championship.
I remember that game too because they came back, and I remember saying to Phil, I'm texting him during the show, I'm like, because our original plan for BHL was to make it free for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
And then we were going to put it behind the Patreon wall. And I was sitting there watching the fucking live numbers go up, and I text Phil and I'm like, bro, there's almost 2,000 fucking people in the chat room right now. And it just, that was crazy. So it made us, you talk about having the ability to change on the fly. Phil and I literally that night after the fucking game, or that day after the game, we said, we course corrected. I'm like, dude, we can't fucking take this away from the masses. And
did you elaborate on that?
That's on special. That's the moment. That show that you brought up, that energetically God works. I was talking to Howard Godfrey today. I love that dude. Follow him on Facebook, DJing and stuff. Howard and I were talking, and I said, God works. I'm not a religious guy. I'm not a deacon. Sorry, Edwin. And Edwin's mom. Right. I'm not a religious guy. I was brought up. My dad is very religious, Catholic, Roman Catholic, or whatever that is. I'm not. I'm spiritual. Yeah, he lives it. And I take teachings of things, right? But I believe in God. In that moment that you're talking about, that game, that's when Shayne texts me and is like, there's 2,700 people watching us live,
going up and up and up,
breaking down the Chicago Bears. And we had to course correct. And I said, we have something fucking special. I remember that on that Bears Hour Live.
The way you guys are with all of us letting us into y'all's lives, man, that mean a lot to me, because y'all don't have to do that. Y'all don't have to, share what goes on in your personal lives with us. And that mean a lot to me. So I hope y'all know that.
I appreciate it. That's the transparency. I mean, we were at an old network, and there was, I'm being truth to you, HL. There was moments where the plan, and Shayne and I, we don't want no fucking plan. Oh, we gotta have someone that
create controversy.
Let's create controversy. Right. No fucking way. I won't want to be a part of that. I make my own controversy with the shit I have to say. And gratefully, at some points he listened, but then looking back, there was obvious showcases of script writing for John Buffon on down, whatever the fuck is going on here. And I just didn't want to, I don't want to be a part of that shit. I'm keeping it 100.
I don't blame you, man. It's got to be real.
If it's not real, I've faced every fucking demon. Yeah. Remember that moment in, I'm sorry, Cars. Remember the moment in Eminem? What's the name of the movie?
8 Mile.
8 Mile. And he already knew. He knew what the dude was going to fucking attack him on.
Yep.
That's me. I know where you're going to try to attack me. I've already faced those fucking demons. I got nothing to hide.
Right.
I know who I am as a father, as an analyst, and as a friend. I love the fans. I'll go out of my way. And that's, you can't be phony on this show. We won't even tolerate it.
And one of the biggest things for me with other men is their interaction with their kids, how they are with their family, and the way you guys are. If I had children, that's exactly how I would be with them. All my free time would be them, and I would be doing everything for them. So right there tells me what type of man you are.
I have a 5-year-old that's very sassy. I could send you at a moment's notice. You just let me know. She's got my mouth and attitude. So I'm just going to leave that out there for right now.
Hey, I'll take her. Believe it or not, I actually tried to adopt before, and they wouldn't let me because I'm a single man.
Yeah. There's tough. Single women, no problem. Single man, absolutely.
There is a bias there.
Right.
There definitely is.
Absolutely.
I want to ask y'all a question too.
Go ahead.
That night when they drafted Fields, did y'all feel like we had a chance to get him?
Yes.
Cars and I actually talked about it a little bit. A lot of our talks, especially leading up to the draft, will get a lot of what's your gut feel, and I'd always say to Cars, and he would reciprocate the same way. It just felt different. It almost felt like it was destined. Like we've been down this fucking road for so many years, and this offseason from hell, the collaboration, then trading for Foles last year, and then you follow it up with fucking Andy Dalton and all this shit. It just
don't start me with that Foles.
It felt like the stars were aligning, and and listen, I liked Mac Jones, but to me, it always pointed to one guy. It always pointed to Justin Fields as him being the guy, and it's like I said to
Mac Jones didn't have it.
Yep, and that's even Trey Lance, who's a fantastic prospect. He wasn't gonna move the fucking meter like Justin Fields. He wasn't.
You had all that prime time tape. You like any Bears fan. I hate Ohio State with a passion. I cannot stand that.
Me too. I'm a Michigan fan.
Cannot stand them. And to this day, that Clemson game is one of the best collegiate games up there. That is up there with me with Vince Young against USC, right? Like that game stands out. And to be like, that's the guy. Like I'm not looking against some weird. Go ahead.
If Ohio State's D coordinator take his thumb out his ass, they probably win that game.
I mean, there's a little bit of ego with Ohio State teams. I don't know if you know this. There is no V in Ohio, but it's like to Shayne's point. When it was coming, like I love that my reaction is on camera and forever recorded because for me that was 40 years of just like there's a guy I want, we're never gonna get him. There's a guy I want, we're never gonna get him. There's a guy I want, oh my God, there's a guy I want, and we're gonna get him. Like
finally.
It felt
well, I want to say this, HL. I don't know if you remember, but the night before, Cars was the GM of the mock. He traded up, and he knocked it out of the park and got Justin Fields.
I was there for it. I was there for that show. I remember specifically.
Patron 222 was there watching it himself. So it just so happened to do exactly. It wasn't exact, but it was exact. The action was the fucking same. And I gotta get this network, the work that we put in that you guys don't even know how hard and tiresome it is to put show opens together and
it's impressive.
Analysis.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah, I know but I'm saying as a whole, I think some of these blog boys think we're gonna just get on and talk.
That's what I do.
It's just not our style. I know
that's
you.
My
you
prep.
don't do shit.
I just show up and smile and tell a bad
Between
joke
you and
here.
Claudio.
No, I don't do shit.
I know Claude. I
What
do
up,
way
bro?
less.
What up, bro?
I do way less.
Yeah, it's good to see you, bro. Good to put a face to the name, man.
You too, man. You too. Hey, I got one more question for y'all. Let me go.
Last one, and then I want your favorite guest after this question. Go ahead, and then we got to move on.
Okay. The defense, with all the attention that's being paid and going to be paid on the offense, how y'all think the defense feel about that? And do y'all think it will put a chip on their shoulder and make them come out and remind people who they are?
Pass rush will be fierce.
Yeah.
That's what my belief is.
I think that the tentacles that come with Justin Fields reaches all the way over onto the defensive side of the ball. Because to quote Gary Williams, you hope there's hope. And now the defense has listen, you hear these guys looking at Justin Fields and they're like, oh, this dude's fucking different. This dude's different. And HL, you know how it is, man. You watch football, and if you know that these fucking pass rushers can pin their fucking ears back and be like, "Oh, this number one over here is going to go down. He's going to punch one in for us."
Yes,
let's fucking go.
We haven't had that, HL. We haven't had. You know what? As a coach, as a Bears fan, I'll say this, not even as a coach, as a Bears fan, there's never been a moment in time in my memory, even with Jim McMahon. Maybe McMahon was the only one I could say, okay, there's a chance that we're going to come back, that somebody's going to make a play at that quarterback position that sets the fucking tone. It was always somebody else. It was the defensive turnover. It was a big run by Walter. It was a big run by Neil Anderson.
Game. Arizona Cardinals game.
Yes,
the Super Bowl season. It's been us.
That's us. We hope something else happens to help us. We haven't had this guy. Blue 17. Wait a second. Mike, 58. Now changed it. Now we're fucking cooking with gas. We haven't had that. So I get fired up because I know New England is my backyard. Tom Brady, that motherfucker, is the reason you win. So quarterback, it's not cliche. Shayne's right. And I think to make my point here, the other side of the ball with that crooked eye. Did you see that in the open? I put that little girl and she's like, do you love me? You love me? You love me? You love me? And then she has that crooked eye, like, you sure you love me? That's been your defense forever. Are you sure we got I'm tired of that. They are going to come out. I know they're not there, which is surprising. It is. I would think they would have been there. Like everybody bothered me a little bit. Yeah, that's the one thing that I was like, wow, that's the opposite of what I felt the momentum was. But we got to wait till it matters because they have the right to be out. If they don't show up to mini camp and shit, then you're going to see a rant from me, I'll tell you that, because that ain't the kosher locker room. He's got that locker room. Anyway, your favorite show, guest, moment, what is it? Give it to us.
I think my favorite, man, before I said that, before you asked me that, I was thinking it would be that first episode with Cap. But that draft show was different and it was special. And to watch Shayne with his son, Cars throw his hand up. I think earlier that day you said, no, it was the next day you said to give me tackle.
It was the next day.
He froze.
We froze.
He froze on that. Froze on that.
I would have to say that.
Now he's back. Yeah. Oh,
am I back?
Yeah, you froze a little bit.
He froze on give me a tackle or give me death. But
there you are. Now he's back.
The draft show. I don't. There's so many shows, guys. That's why I love the fans. They remember this stuff. Even that I forgot that moment.
The draft show was special because even this show after the draft, the viewers, went up. So obviously we did something. You guys did something special.
Yeah, it was.
Show, sure.
It was.
Week.
It was
not the show. I mean, the whole week.
The whole week.
What you guys did was
live every night.
You put in. My God.
Yeah, eight consecutive nights of going, you're going
nights.
3, 4, 5 hours. But it was so worth it, man.
I can't believe y'all did those many hours on there, man. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Neither could our wives.
Yeah.
I
knew it was coming.
I can only imagine. Y'all probably got the side eye when y'all got in the bedroom, like, where you been?
No, she knew. She knew. I was like, next week's the draft. I laid down those rules. I said it. I don't know if I said it on this show. I was like, I got no addictions. None. I don't gamble. Just do drugs. But the one thing I do is the Chicago Bears. And I have to do them.
Well, it's in your name, bro. I mean, draft Dr. Phil. I mean, you kind of have to.
Right? I live for the draft. I've always. There.
Yeah, I'm planning on going to that Green Bay game, too, just so y'all know.
Well, we're going to be live there doing our show live. And
I mean, I don't want to disrupt nothing y'all got going, but I would love to,
No, you are in.
100%, man.
You are involved there. We're going to be tailgating. One of our guests is going to. Our guest, Sammy the Bull, is coming up soon. He is going to be promoting this and getting it ready, prepared. TTNL. You got Jackal's going to be in the house. Cherie's going to be in the house. Claudio, Shayne and his wife, for God's sake. His wife is going to be there. I'm going to be there with my wife. Cars is going to be there alone, probably.
Me
My
and
wife does not.
Cars, me and you, bro. Me and you, bro.
My wife
Me
has
and you.
no interest in being seen anywhere in public with me. And really, who can blame
I doubt
her?
that very
Same
much.
way.
We will get
Who can blame
Edwin Lopez there to play your wife, Cars. That's
Listen, I don't know what this is, but this has got to stop. Between Angelo and this now, like
Angelo.
we
Maybe
gotta
Angelo
draw
has to
a line
come.
in the stand.
no.
Yeah, I'm with you, Carl.
Angelo will wear a dress if you
my
ask
guy
him,
now.
Phil. Phil, if you
Yes.
ask him, he will wear a dress.
All he wants is to come back on the show. That's it. Anyway,
What?
HL, I so
Thank you, HL.
appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
man.
I love all you guys. Real talk.
You're the man, dude. You're the man.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this.
Oh, I'm so
Every
glad
time,
you
brother.
came on the show with us tonight and shared your
No
truth.
problem. My pleasure.
God bless you.
Thanks, man.
HL Priest. Follow him on Facebook. He's not on Instagram. I learned. I ended up tagging some woman. I shouted out HL on Instagram. and
Please
it was
get
a
that. Please get that timestamp. I tagged some woman. I just want that as a timestamp.
woman. Our next guest, Sonny. Sonny Delight.
What's up,
There he
guys?
is.
What's going on? Can you guys hear me good?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, awesome. What's going on?
We're way up in the air over you, Sonny.
Sorry, man. My camera's kind of high. I can be here.
No, it's all right.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. There you go.
Things that high make Phil very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's-
not
that's
used
all
to
that
being
is.
that tall, Sonny.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. No worries.
Sonny, is that your real name, Sonny?
No, my real name is Sanjin.
Sanjin. Okay, yes.
But everyone just calls me Sonny. It's just easier to remember and whatnot.
Well, now I know better because I
You
didn't
had
know
to-
Sanjin.
You had to whiteify it, right? You had to Americanize it and
That's right.
whiteify it so that everybody else can do it. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, man. Because anytime I would tell anyone my name, it's always be like, "What? What?" So I'm like, you know what? It's just Sonny. We're good,
Yeah.
There you go.
I like it.
What nationality are you, Sonny?
I'm Serbian.
Serbian.
Yep.
Got your black cat in the background.
Yeah, I got 3 cats and a dog. So yeah.
All right. What are their names, real quick?
We got Bentley Joe is the dog. We got Minion, Kiki, and Aviation.
So not one bear
Like the
name.
gin. Like the gin, I'll take it. Yeah, that's
right.
a good
He's going
choice.
with the drinks.
That's right.
Vonovanic. Vona.
Jovanovic.
Oh, okay. It starts with a J.
Yeah.
I don't think we can whiteify that one right now. Yeah, that's just not going to happen.
Sounds like a forward for the Bulls, Jovanovic.
Yeah, right.
I don't watch basketball. I'm sorry.
We can tell. We can tell.
Perfectly timed, Shayne. Perfectly timed.
So, Sonny, how did you find the network? What is it? What's
Brother,
the story, and
I
why do you love it?
It's gonna be a hell of a story, and I have to give you props at the same time. So I'll take you back to it. It's 2018, week 1. We just lost that stupid game to Green Bay. And I'm literally searching. I can't get any peace because I cannot believe we just lost this damn
They
game.
literally just finished re-airing that on NFL Network like 20
mean,
minutes ago.
I still cannot if I watch highlights, I stop at the fucking time. Like I cannot handle it. But I remember that night, sort of just searching around for podcasts, and I stumbled upon you. You guys were live. So I went back from the beginning to sort of listen, and that's the first time I heard you talk about, about the Bears and everything, and it was pretty much the first time I started following you. But man, one thing I gotta give it to you I love your passion after each game, because you say a lot of truth that you can go back, like I said, a couple years later and sort of dissect and really make sense. Like one thing that I want to walk into, or triple down on when we're talking about Zack Pearson earlier, when someone was comparing Mitchell Trubisky and Justin Fields. Man, I remember in 2018 when we were talking after that game, when we were talking about Mitch, and it was just, I don't know about you guys, but I felt it even then that there was just something in me man, you would want a winner to fucking just take over that ball, man, and win the game. And I remember you saying, like, hey, like once Mitch got off those scripted plays, he kind of looked lost. And I remember you saying, like, if Mitch is thinking what's going on around him, that's a problem. What Mitch needs to be thinking is, like, how do I win this game? That has always stayed to me here to this day, because you spoke so much truth in that like, we heard that literally later it came out the truth where Mitch is worried about the goddamn TVs. Mitch is worried about the damn game, man.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean, just make the throw when the throw is there to be made. One thing that I absolutely hated about Mitchell Trubisky, I'm sorry, I know Matt Nagy is a completely different conversation that we can have, absolutely. But one thing I hate about Mitchell Trubisky is, like, he's, to me, like, when I'm watching every other average quarterback in the NFL, you know, they drop back and, like, pretty much if their first guy's open, like, yeah, that's it. That's where the ball is going. But there's really nothing that, like, where he feels like, man, this is the fucking guy that's gonna get us over the hump. This is the guy that everyone's afraid of, man. Like, no offense, but like, teams didn't really respect our deep ball, man. That's a problem.
Big plays are nice. They're good. We need more of those.
And we can talk about Nagy, like I said, all we want, but, like, you know, Nagy has its faults for not putting Mitch in some situations. But at the end of the day, man, like, Mitch, we can't say. You know, I've heard Bears fans blame Matt Nagy that Mitch is not turning into fabulous quarterback. That's stupid, man. I am a full believer that you either got it or you don't got it. That's it. Okay, because Michael Jordan didn't become Michael Jordan because he had a great freaking coach. Coaching helps. Right. I'm sure coaching helps. But at some point, you got to take the next step on your own. You got to take that next step and ride that wave. And I feel like, you know, the only thing when it comes to Matt Nagy that I'll defend to him is that when people are saying, like, oh, he wanted Mitch to fail in Chicago. You're fucking stupid if you think that he's going to put his career because he doesn't like the guy. Matt Nagy at the end of that goddamn Philly game in 2018 told you everything you wanted to know about Mitch, talking about how city of Chicago should be proud to have a quarterback like Mitchell Trubisky. He freaking lived and was mesmerized just like the rest of us on that goddamn last throw to Allen Robinson that set us up for that damn field goal. Because we all thought, like, oh my God, it finally fucking clicked for Mitch.
Yep.
Holy shit. And, like, I couldn't wait till the 2019 season because I'm like, oh my God. Like,
it's here.
It's here. You felt like
and it clicked like
he had stepped
you know
up
what I mean?
into the pocket, took it on his team. And, you know, the rest is history, but
the rest is history. And I believe in momentum. You know, there's always, like, but here's a momentum is a double-edged sword. You know, it's always going to be what could have happened if Parker made that damn kick. The thing with Mitch, man, that's why I feel when Fields got drafted, even when the press conference, the very first time he's talking, you know, when they're asking him, like, oh, are you upset that you got drafted, you know, number 4? And he's like, you know, I'm just thankful that, you know, God has a plan. This was my future. This was supposed to be my spot. I'm just here to win games now. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Listen,
like,
there's leaders. Mitch Trubisky had every tool you wanted in his toolbox, but he didn't go through the carpentry lessons. So everybody, you know, my wife could buy me all the tools she wants. I still can't fucking frame a house or a fucking studio like Jackal can. There's certain things at certain levels, to your point, because I'm a big the coach to me is the number one thing. You got to have a really good football coach, but that was an arranged marriage. And it was one, you know, I'm never changing my story. I'll stick to it. Matt Nagy has a lot of warts in regards to how he calls plays and uses personnel and situational football, but he is admittedly a head football coach of the Chicago Bears learning on the job. Now you're having to learn with somebody that lacks the mental fortitude and processing. It becomes a complete shit show. And that's what we saw. And your defense is out there winning. And then people like the Bears blog are flip-flopping their fucking stories and narrative. We've never fucking changed. Never. I've never changed and I won't. So that's just my mini thing. keeping it 100. I really, there's Mitch fans out there. That's fine. Some people aren't going to let go of Mitch or whatever. But that story, that boat, that ship has sailed. And the reality is,
you better let go of him.
Yeah, they can't. I can't believe it. It's still. It's
we
still a
wish
thing.
him luck. We wish him luck. There's nothing about it. I've read some quotes I think that he was putting on in Buffalo. He was throwing some digs at Nagy. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, man, there are times like we can talk about Nagy with being completely stubborn, and I think the fault with Nagy is that he believes in his goddamn system so much that when he looks at system that requires running the game and play action, he doesn't think that works. Therefore, when he sees that's what Mitch can handle, he's not even buying in the damn system himself. How the fuck is he going to put Mitch into a position to win?
Well, that's the problem. That's what Shayne and Cars have always said it.
I will die on this hill, and I mentioned it when it happened. I still go back to the game when you look on the sideline and Nagy's got his clipboard and he puts his hands on Mitch's shoulder and he's like, man the fuck up. I think that says so fucking much. To me, it speaks to, listen, we've fucking literally tried everything here for you to try to get you to fucking man up, to grasp a hold of what we want to do. Even listening to Mitch, and especially looking back on it now, listening to him in some of the pregame huddles speaking to the team, I didn't feel like very many of the fucking guys.
Well, there's that photo of Bilal Nichols.
It's just fucking
that's
sitting there.
The reality. Yeah, I totally agree. And the more you look back, and the more, like the night, me, you, my dad, and Carr, all of us are on, and Justin's taking his first questions on draft night. I could see my father. I mean, he called me the next day to reiterate. It's like we haven't fucking played a game, but we know what he did. High school, fucking Pop Warner, college, baseball
2.0.
Exactly. There's something innate. Like if I was 6'2", I'm telling you right now, I'll tell anybody to their fucking face. I would have been in the NFL as a quarterback. No doubt.
Big plays are nice. They're good.
Real quick. Again, real quick. I would have been. And the reality is, you fuck. The reality is, you got to have something in it. When the lights go on and all of that noise and the plays, you got to see it. And I see it already.
Phil, I know we can't give away secrets here, but if you remember the way back to the Khalil Mack trade, when I spoke on how Mitch found out about the trade.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, for that to be
confirmed. Remember Mama's boy Otis? One of a kind.
Yeah.
Mitch is the real Mama's boy. We'll leave it at that. I mean, that's the reality. Anyway, we have so many people to get into. I love you. You're coming in here with fire and passion.
Appreciate it.
Love
man.
it. I appreciate you. Now tell me that moment or the show, whatever it is about this network that says it for you. This is why you are. I know you're a patron, but why you're a part of this family, the 100 crew.
Man, with so much, I guess, I wish say belief in Fields here. I really have to say that damn draft night was probably the best show I've seen. Probably because of all the emotions. And I gotta say, going to early what Cars was saying, the Bears have traded up. Lives in my head. Okay.
I know we're waiting on fucking Tooch to get a T-shirt.
When Adam Rank gets in later and then drops the hand, God.
Oh yeah.
Tell me he doesn't speak everything we've been talking about as Bears fans for years about any team that actually matters in the NFL has a fucking elite quarterback. I'm not talking about a good quarterback. We're talking about an elite quarterback. There's a big fucking difference between being in the Super Bowl being in the playoff contention once or twice in 10 years or fucking being there almost, it seems like every goddamn year. Fuck, man. Sick and tired of that shit.
Yeah.
Well, you said it all. I love you, man. Now I know you as Sonny. See, I didn't know that anymore. Now I know. Serbian.
Yes,
Where
sir.
the fuck is Serbia?
It's close to Croatia, Bosnia, Italy, Albania. It's up that
Okay.
area. I don't know how much you
How
know.
far is it from
Phil thinks-
Armenia?
Phil
Because I have an
thinks-
Armenian last
Phil
name.
thinks that's right next to San Francisco.
Armenia, I guess you would go left back to Europe. No.
Oh, okay. No more Armenia. I don't know where the fuck that is.
We need you to find out about this thing called Google, Phil, where you can ask these questions.
I can, but in the moment, you know where Serbia is, Cars? Serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You're fucking good. What continent, Cars?
It is in the eastern part of Europe.
Sonny says yes. I'm going to agree.
We
need to.
That's like,
can we play one?
Usually people say, Europe. That's the nail it. Eastern Europe. Like, fuck.
Look at you. You got a little baby over there on the couch.
Yeah,
Look at her
I'm
popping her head up.
left or
You're
right.
popping them all out, you Serbians. Jesus.
Yeah, so that's my daughter, Mila. This is my boy, Bodhi.
Bodhi.
What's up?
Bodhi? You hear me?
First year. Can you hear
me?
Is he
What's
excited
up,
about
man?
Justin Fields?
Yeah.
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 Who's your favorite bear?
Sonny has.
What's that?
You had the bigger shirt than me. I don't have the.
Yeah, I bought shirts for the whole family. The night he got drafted, probably
Nice.
after that damn press
Look at
conference.
you.
I bought jerseys for the entire family, but his jersey was a little bit. Well, it was too big, so we'll have to reorder it.
Got to get him on a steroid program, man.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what it's all about.
What's his
His age.
favorite? Before we let you go, we're gonna be moving on to my boy Ethan. What's his name? Bodhi? Bodhi, what's your favorite Chicago Bear? Who is it? Who's your favorite bear?
They were in Ever Robinson.
Alan Robinson. You hear that, Alan? Get the camp.
Yeah.
Bodhi wants
Yeah,
you at
that's right.
camp.
At the camp, man.
All right. Thank
All
you
right,
so
guys.
much, Sonny.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Sonny.
Thank you.
Sonny Jovanovic, straight from Serbia to your home, wherever you are living in this geography. Neglected guy. I don't know. I don't know geography very well. You guys should be happy that I know football. That's what I know. That's all I know. And the next guy, I know this guy's a great dude. He shares with me all the time his compassion for the Chicago Bears. There he is. I could say your last name. Ready? Ethan Hellier. Am I right?
On. You got it.
Look at that, Cars.
Well, we can call this a show. Good night, everybody. We have proper name pronunciation. Thank you.
Ethan Hellier. Where are you living, Ethan? Where do you come from?
I am in Vikings country, unfortunately.
Oh my God, that's worse than Packers country.
It
in my
is.
opinion.
It can be because they have just as big of an ego and no winning streak to show for it.
And male fans wearing long blonde wigs. I mean, it is everything that is a recipe for disaster.
I got to keep it 100. When I used to sneak, I befriended a manager at this bar called Challenges in New Haven. And that was the place back before DirecTV was in homes so much. It was like you had to be fucking filthy rich to have it at your house. We would go to the bar with that giant, I mean, they had fucking giant fucking ESPN type dishes to get on. And then you'd be able to watch the games. And I got to be honest, the Vikings fans were the fucking worst cocksucker motherfuckers you ever. They were just every one of them. The women, the grandmothers, every one of them were just nasty, rude, fucking leave the toilet seat up fucks. So there's my rant.
They always tell me how close they've gotten so many times in the 70s, 98, 2009. It's great. Get there, you're close. But you've never won the big one.
Remember it's like that team with fans. Moss? Remember they lost to the Giants?
Yeah.
Oh my
41
God.
donuts.
Oh
How about when they
41
lost to
to
the
nothing.
Dirty Birds to go to the Super Bowl in probably one of the most dominant offenses we've ever
Oh my
seen.
God.
Yeah.
It was
And
inexcusable.
figured
That's
out a
like
way to shoot
child abuse.
it was terrible. It was.
I loved it.
Oh yeah.
Me
Oh
too.
yeah. It was one of the happiest days.
Shayne was actually cheering for the Eagles. I mean the Falcons. I felt Falcons, right?
Yeah.
They fucking lost. They came back. Would you
I've
ever
never
cheer
rooted for the
Eagles versus Vikings, Eagles versus Packers.
I can never root for the Eagles. It's the worst fucking fan base in all of sports, and it's not close. Not even close.
If the Bears need a win, you can't cheer for the Eagles to beat the Packers?
No.
I can. Easy.
He can't, and there's too many battle scars there.
Oh my god, dude! I'm still wounded from the fucking playoff game.
Oh my god!
You remember when the Eagles traded up? Shayne was like, "Oh my god, they're drafting Fields."
I did, yeah.
Everybody thought. I go, fuck. I go, I'm gonna have to hear Shayne fucking crying about this shit.
That was my fucking fear. And you saw they fucking released Jamie Newman already, dude.
Oh yeah, they watched the fucking
draft mob. Yeah,
they watched draft mob. I'll tell you that because we were all over that fucking guy. That's not even close. Anyway, Ethan, where are you, Ethan? You're too polite to be on this show, I think.
So I'm in. Yep.
I know you're in Minnesota. I meant,
yeah.
Where are you in this conversation? Are you cheering for the Eagles to beat the Packers for the Bears to get into the playoffs or whatever? I just need to know real quick.
I would cheer for Philly if it made the Bears be in a better spot. If they could go to the Super Bowl or whatever the case is, I would cheer for Philly.
I would cheer for the fucking Packers if it helped the Bears. I never understand that. Like, you don't cheer for the team when you're out of the playoffs. We've went over this on the show.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say, they're in our division. Yeah, no, fuck that.
Fuck the division.
I don't care about the North. I don't want the Lions, the Vikings, and the Packers winning any games.
The good news is we don't have to care about the Lions because they now are trotting out a hat with a giant L because they know what's going to happen in 2021 anyway. So
pull that up real quick. The hat with the L. I think we have a picture of that somewhere, don't we? The hat.
We've got a lot of lion L's to take pictures of. That's for sure.
Remember they had a winning streak against us at one point. I remember because what was his name?
It was the John Fox years.
Yes, the 6-0.
I was like, holy fuck, we can't beat the.
What I can't understand is the
there
fucking,
it is. Take an L.
That's awful.
Who designed that? They should be fired.
No, that person deserves a raise. That person knows exactly what that franchise stands for.
Look at her. He's like, who the fuck put that? Oh my god. Yes, you're probably right. They do deserve a raise for being so fucking dumb.
Yes.
I gotta get my boy Jeff, the Lions fan. Jeff, what's his last name? Shayne. We got to get him on the show. He's a good draft analyst. Risdon. That's my buddy, the Jeff Risdon.
Yeah, but back to Minnesota and Detroit. Yes. I've never seen two fan bases that are cockier and that have done nothing.
The fact that they got Jared Goff makes it even better.
I thought this shit was fake at first, right?
What, that's real?
That's Dan Campbell. Yeah.
That's their coach.
Yeah. Biting the kneecaps was the highlight so far because then he showed up to a press conference in that.
Is that like a motorcycle helmet?
Or
is that like...
It's an IndyCar helmet, I think.
Is that to hide the L hat underneath it? Like, what is it? Are you going to the fucking moon? What is this? This is real?
This is 100% real. It's for like an IndyCar race, yeah.
BB Bear, Detroit fans aren't cocky? Well, get on Twitter then if you don't believe that. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I've seen a lot of shit talk about the Lions thinking they got something special in Jared Goff. He was my 40th ranked player.
They draft the best offensive tackle in the draft this year, and then they fucking move him to the right side. It's great.
We joked about that. Like made a joke.
I went crazy about that.
Center, and basically Detroit was like, "That sounds like a great idea. Let's do that."
Anyway, Ethan.
How did you become a Bears fan? Like, did you grow up here, or did you move out there? Like, how are you a Bears fan in Minnesota?
Yeah, so born in Illinois, western suburbs. My mom grew up in Deerfield, met my dad in high school in Deerfield, but my dad was born here. So he's always been kind of a lukewarm Vikings fan. He's more of a Gophers fan, really, than anything else. But we got transferred up here when I was young, January of '97. So been here for most of my life, but kept my Bears fandom and kept my Cubs fandom. My grandfather worked for the Tribune during that awful period when they owned the Cubs. Now, as much as the Tribune wanted to screw all that up, everyone who worked at the Tribune loved the Cubs, even though it didn't seem like the owners did. So we were always really big Cubs fans. We would joke every time the Cubs would win, the Tribune stock would go up and all that. So big Chicago sports fan, but still living here in Purple Country.
Bless you.
Just got to say, I watched that Dan Campbell introductory press conference, or watched a couple of the clips from it, and everyone's talking about, oh, this guy would be great in WWE, and he's got the character and all this. And I was like, listen, I watch wrestling. That's like my number one passion, or was when I was a kid. He would be the corniest jobber on the whole roster. Yeah. He would be awful. Yes, he's got the high personality, but don't give this guy any credit. I think he's going to be awful. He's going to be the Mark Trestman of that.
He was that speech was like Nick Nolte in Blue Chips, and if I'm aging myself, I'm sorry. I know what I'm doing, but it was to your point, it was so terrible. Like you thought
I think
somebody
you texted
wrote
me, Cars. You're like, dude, are you fucking watching this?
I thought they were joking when you told me about this.
I don't think he could coach junior high football.
He actually said bite kneecaps. I go, shut the fuck up.
Multiple times.
Wrestling? Is this wrestling? Oh my God.
He might have gotten into Adam Gase's cocaine stash before.
Oh my God.
We never know what would have happened there.
Oh
Listen,
my God.
My Uncle Sam always said, listen, there's a lot of used car salesmen, a lot of shoe salesmen in the league that get hired with the Good Old Boy Network. If you haven't seen Blue Chips, you got to check it out. That's what was Shaq.
It is. Oh, there's a ton of them. Pennies.
A lot of good.
Such a good movie.
I haven't watched that in years, but anyway, that's going to be another off-season show. Sports movies.
That's
we'll
right.
Do that. We're going to talk sports movies, trolls and sports movies. Anyway, you, Ethan, how did you find this show, this network, and become a part of the TTNL 100 crew family?
Do you want to take the cross down on your wall before you start talking about?
both my wife and I went to Catholic college. So I say that we paid a lot for those crosses. So I want to
good call. Get your money.
Exactly. So I found you guys. It was after the Bears had fired Trestman and they hired Fox, and I wanted to get more involved, learn more about Fox. I knew who he was. He got lucky with Peyton Manning in Denver, and he had a streak at Carolina and all that, but wanted to learn more. So essentially just searched Bears on the podcast app on my iPhone, and you guys were on one of the top. I clicked on you and, Bear Download and, some of the other Credential Press, and they're fine podcasts, but what I liked about you guys is you were fans, but you're also able to zoom out and look at it and say, yeah, we love this team, but these 5 things are bullshit. This is good, this is bad. But still, at the end of the day, when we all log off, we all go lay our head down on our bear pillow and we all cheer for him. Where, you got a guy like Dan Weeder, and I get he's press and it's his job to be critical.
Oh, fuck him.
That, but all he wants to do is just be negative. Even when the Bears are on that 12-4 season, and he's like, "Well, is it sustainable?" And he's just the classic, contrarian, which has just been done to death. And I just, kind of had it with those guys, and you guys have always kept it real. And I followed you to the new network, and this has really been actually a huge improvement. I was nervous, but I like this better. I like that Cars is on all the time. He kind of, he's Cars is kind of more my level.
There we go.
Not super high, not super low, just in the middle.
Oh, you don't know him very well. You got to see it behind the scenes. This crazy fucker.
I love this dude, Ethan. Keeping it, you fit right in, Ethan. You understand the dynamics, and you understand the kind of, what is it, the mission statement, if you will, of the idea that Shayne and I sat down. And Cars we've known forever. In fact, Shayne was so instrumental in keeping it 100 with Cars being a part of the old network pushing that because there was a lot of pushback, and he had a shitty voice, and it's hard.
I do.
But the reality was when you came together with us, it
clip that.
It flows.
Jesus Christ.
What is phrasing? It's the reality of that's English. You came together with us. We all merged together.
We all came together.
Exactly. And the reality is behind that is history. And I got to say this about Cars. He gets a lot of shit. We all get shit. Probably I get the most, but everybody gets shit. But Cars is one of the most stand-up human beings you'll ever meet. And that comes across on the show, I hope, as much as I see it. And I know sometimes I felt like he would leave the show kind of, and I would check in with, I go, is Cars, you think he's all right? Because just like we said at the top, if we're not busting your fucking balls, we don't care. We really don't like you probably. So when we do, and there has been people that have walked off the show, they can't handle it. Dan Aguirre. Dan Aguirre couldn't handle the where did you come up with that? I couldn't understand it either. I'll be honest.
I really liked Dan. He had a good voice. He was a different
He
voice.
loved me.
I would do anything for his radio voice. I mean, honestly, if I hit puberty, I want my voice to sound exactly like that.
I would keep it 100. I love Dan Aguirre. I have no relationship. There's not even this much energy to put into the old network from me. That's just how I'm raised.
Right.
My loyalty is this. You need to do something to show me that you actually are loyal to me as a friend. And and keeping it 100 is what Cars did. Going back to the original point, Cars said, fuck that network. I'm going with my boys, and I'm going to be with them. And I'll never forget that. Just like you won't forget the Bears have traded up, and so many other things on this network. And this is what this show was tonight. We're in June. I wanted to bring the fans.
Don't you wonder what Weeder's fucking reaction was? The Bears traded up. They're probably going to blow the pick. They're probably going to draft Kellen.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It just drives me crazy.
He thinks 100% right. It's so hard to listen to him. I got fired up. I texted Kaplan. I'm like, that fucking guy. I swear.
You could tell the other writers hate him too, right?
Yeah.
Like you could tell everybody.
Hogan John's always kind of beat him.
Yeah.
They don't never say Weeder, but they talk about you tell the Blazers are pointed at it.
We had a guy long ago who created the greatest phrase I've ever heard, and I apologize in advance to the cross on your wall, but it was like, this guy is such a downer. It could be raining tits outside, and he'd get hit with a dick. And it is the perfect phrase for so many people.
I've
and
never
Dan
heard
Weaver is the poster child for that phrase.
Flip that, Jackal.
I wanted so bad to like him. He works at the Tribune.
Yep.
For my grandfather, I gave him every chance. Like, maybe he's just, I don't know. He doesn't like Fox, or he doesn't like whatever the case. He hates the Bears, and he's from there. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think it's an easy way out. I mean, there's people that have made millions just being the contrarian, and everybody wants to. When you see the car accident, everybody's looking at it. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, and that shit sells, but that shit gets stale real quick, especially nowadays. And I said that's what we've tried to do here. But you bring up Dan Aguirre, and Phil. Listen, we'll keep it 100 here. Phil and I invested thousands of hours into Dan Aguirre away from football, just on a personal level. On a personal level, because he was going through. I mean, flat out, Dan said Phil and I saved his life with our show. He wanted to be done with everything, and we talked to him on the phone about it. And I don't think he's spoken on that, and it got to the point where we would be in a text thread with Dan throughout every single Bears game, whatever was going on. And it got to the point where
we're truth now.
Yeah, where Dan started.
I wasn't expecting this tonight, but go ahead.
Where Dan started to get very upset with me, which you guys know me. Sometimes I can be quiet and I'll sit back, but I'll choose my spots, and I can I may not drop the fucking bomb in your lap, but I'll give you a pinprick and it's going to fucking hurt. Or when you're not looking, I'll fucking nuke your ass too, or right to your face. And I think we were playing Minnesota and Dan texted Phil and I at halftime and the score was like 10-3. And he's like, guys, this game's not over yet. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. It's fucking halftime. And he fucking lost it.
He felt like that was a representation of something that it was. It's who Shayne has been since whatever. I mean, that's what you say to your boy.
That I was a fucking frat boy and that I was picking on his income level, that I was a trumper and all, making up all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Dan, I'm busting fucking balls. No shit. The game's not over. It's fucking halftime. Literally all I fucking meant. And that was really the beginning of the end for the. It was never.
Yeah, it became a tug of war. Let me just keep it 100 and wrap this up.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck if you like anybody. Listen to any show. That's not what this is about.
Absolutely
not. You do whatever it is you want. Don't I saw PJ. That's not why we're talking. This is our experience. I'm keeping it 100 on the show. Here's the thing. What I said about cars, there's a level with which I give and I fall on a sword, Ethan, for people. So if I give, and Shayne's not making this up, thousands of hours, he said, you can clip that for Dan as a friend. Yeah. So when loyalty when shit hits the fan, going back to Edwin Lopez, and you're in the fucking military, who's protecting you? Who's got your back? Who's supporting you? You don't go fucking run to the teacher and tell on everybody. You fucking stand your ground for the people you know that have integrity and have given everything for you, not for somebody that wanted to get rid of you. That's my truth. That's the truth. Yeah. That's reality.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely went out of my way to try to bury the hatchet with Dan. We've don't work together and do the shows obviously because we're not there anymore, but I think we've probably moved past it and it's not a relationship like we used to have. And that's fine. But
life.
Yeah, it is. It happens. And I'm stuck with Phil and cars. So what the fuck?
Loyalty. If you don't have loyalty in anything, coaching, you heard, did you watch last week, Jeff Reinbold? He talked about it. Once those whispers start, you ain't got shit.
Yeah, once the doors are closed,
doors are closed.
Yeah.
That's why this network stands to where it is. I'm going to throw down. Everybody gets afraid of me because I don't fucking. Shayne will tell you, Aldo, those people, they were worried when we were in a meeting of what I was going to say. But it needed to be said by somebody, and nobody wanted to say it except me and Shayne. And you saw people running to the fucking thing. You saw people running to the fucking racist networks, just completely 180 because they have nothing in here. Integrity, compassion, loyalty, those types of things. That's why you got 200 and something people listening live, because I know we're going to speak the truth. I don't have anything to hide. You could throw anything at me. Throw the fucking burners. That's fun for me. I've owned that shit. I've never hidden. I actually embraced it. How many times, Shayne? To the point where Shayne's like, why the fuck does Phil have to answer this again? He's admitted that. That's transparency on keeping it 100. Ethan, you brought it all out without saying shit. So what's your favorite?
Quick.
Go ahead.
He's learning.
I got a 1A and a 1B. I used to bug
real quick
DM and ask about players and.
I didn't hear.
I know the
national. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was saying that I used to kind of blow up your DMs and I would ask you random questions about trade players and all that. But just two quick questions. It seems like the national media and everyone, they love to blow smoke up Cohen's ass. Like it almost seems like almost building a trade value. And I like Tariq. I think he's a fun player. I like that he's on our squad. I don't think his contract is crazy. But with how much love he gets, is there like a decent trade value with him? Maybe like midseason if he's having a good season.
I don't.
And then I guess my next, no, just because he's a running back and
his contract value, and he's probably more slot than running back right now. I don't think he would.
And honestly, I think anybody that's trading for him is trading for special teams.
Yeah,
more than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, I think to a man here, and I don't think Phil and Cars would mind me speaking for them here. I think we're all on the train that Tariq is really overrated, and there's a lot of hype there. He's never lived up to the hype that he gets, and none of us would have gave him the extension.
No. I'm usually firmly against paying running backs, right? That's yeah.
And then, is there a possibility like someone like Nick Foles, like would he want to come back? Let's say we have him through the whole year, and he's our new Tyler
Lambert's
Bright.
reporting he's getting traded to the Jets.
So Lambert's reporting that someone else is reporting.
Yeah, they just read that in my daughter's diaper, I believe. After that
It was like spelled out in the diaper.
It's not hard to connect the fucking dots there. So this is what Eric does. I mean, you look beyond Wilson, and nobody has any experience. So yeah, Douglas there has a history with Nick Foles, the GM there.
Yeah.
So I think it gets done probably in the preseason at some point. But
yeah,
you remember I said that on draft night.
Were you saying, do you think he comes? Are you asking if he comes back next year as like a backup role?
Yeah, like could he come back on like a vet minimum sort of deal, or do you think the Bears just want to move on from him? Because I do feel like we should have some sort of wily veteran, behind.
I don't think he's
for a while.
He's under contract next year anyway.
Oh, he's correct. Okay.
Yes, he's got one more year.
It was a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then, I think what's interesting is his view in the league has really very much gone away, right? Like the Jacksonville thing and then the Bears thing. So yeah, if he's available, I don't think he would. The best job in sports is either being a left-handed middle reliever in baseball or being a backup quarterback. And so he'll never turn it down, but I don't know if he'd be the one.
Or being Angelo and working for TTNL for
$1,000 a month. All right,
He's got the
Ethan.
good gigs.
What up, Ethan?
I was gonna give you an opportunity to tell us your favorite moment, but we got to keep it moving. So
sure, no problem.
I appreciate you. You got the 2 questions, but I really, honestly, truly appreciate your friendship and the support you give us here,
100%.
man. Totally. You came on here and you brought out my fire. You got me fired up. I don't know how you did that quietly.
That never happens.
What's your Twitter, Ethan?
Ethan L. Hellier.
Ethan L. Hellier. Raise.
I don't think there's a lot of Hellier. Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of Helliers out there, so it should be pretty easy.
Guy went to a fucking Catholic school raising Hellier.
And he's from parts unknown, so I'm definitely okay with that. That works for me.
There you
That's
go.
my little wrestling reference there on the
Absolutely.
Twitter account.
Follow Ethan at Ethan Hellier. There you go.
L.
Don't forget the L. Like HL Priest.
There you go.
All right, Ethan. God bless
Thanks,
you
man.
and your wife. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thank you.
Ethan Hellier. We move on from
Another
Ethan. Oh my God. We got a lot of guys tonight. Right here.
Oh, Lord.
Sammy.
Oh, there he is.
The bull.
Sammy.
What's up, boys? How you doing?
What are you at Acevedo's house with the accent wall?
In my backyard, man. I'm relaxed.
No, I had to make a move. He had a good spot, but there's a glare behind him. So
I had a glare. Claudio's like, you had to move, buddy. You got a glare.
the bad glare.
Shift over.
Don't tell me he's producing all
He's
this.
doing things today.
Yeah, that's it. I'm doing something.
I'm writing this down.
Shit.
Exactly.
I'm writing this day down in my diary. Claudio actually did say shit.
He's doing things, boys. He's over
moving
here.
And shaking, moving and shaking.
You gotta move, bro. You gotta
Sammy,
move.
What up?
Sammy the
Claudio, how
bull.
you doing? What's up, guys?
Good,
Shayne,
First of
congratulations. Gotta
Thanks,
say
man.
that first of all. Awesome. I got a girl too, so I understand it's gonna be awesome.
Dope
Going
hat.
through it
I like
live,
your
yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
Nice
You guys
hat.
are like
I
twinning.
like that. Yeah.
Orange and blue.
I gotta wear the old school B.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're the best hats. We're not going crazy like Claude over here with his neon and sparkles.
Listen, I think a lot of people like this hat, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
I said it before the show. We're looking for a talented graphic artist that can help us out with Tooch because Claudio likes that gaudy style. Is the only.
I like both. I like both. Neighborhood gaudy
style. Can you say gaudy again? Can you say it again?
I'm not saying it again.
Gaudy.
Gaudy. Oh, I love it.
He likes that style, and I'm more like what you guys are, like simple, straight.
Big B.
I like that. So,
Big B.
But there's a place for everybody. We want to support everybody, so we need someone that has real proficient skills in designing some
Logan's
logo.
like, what's up? I like Claudio's hat. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Logan. I'm putting you on my shout outs right now. That's my boy,
yeah,
Logan. I like Logan.
All right. Speaking of shout out, I got to shout out you because you are preparing a situation for us to be live at Soldier Field. Talk about it before we get into all the other stuff.
Yeah,
let everybody know.
I'm talking to my buddy, my business partner. We're trying to set it up, and we're looking forward to everyone from the TTNL network to come on down, man. The 100 crew. Either you can get tickets or try and at least get the south end zone, the tailgate with us. Phil, I think maybe we should get a big flag and set it up when we get there early.
I did order a flag.
There you go.
I've been talking to the company. In fact, it was supposed to be one of the gifts I was sending to Shayne. So Shayne, you're getting a flag as soon as it comes here.
Thanks, man.
But the reality is, I don't know what's going on with this Flag Nation company. They did update me today that it should be shipped out this week. It should possibly be here Friday. So once I get it, it's going to be a TTNL Keeping It 100 flag. We'll fly those. We're getting 2 of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll set it up, and hopefully Claudio can bring his karaoke machine. We'll have that set up. No, that's Angelo.
No, we got some DJs in town that I talked to some people. Cool Kennedy is. I haven't talked to him.
That'd be
we
great.
Got to set up something.
Yeah,
we're gonna.
So this is
my boy
for the
Howard.
family. It's gonna be awesome, man.
We're gonna get a DJ over there, throwing some beats. Hopefully, we could perform Blog Boys live and some stuff. Throw that down, grill, have some laughs, some shots, watch the game, and then go up afterwards. South lot, right? That's where we're gonna be.
It'll be the south lot, man. That's the main lot, and we're set up maybe in the northwest corner and right by the toilets, by the bathrooms, because everyone's got to run back and forth. We'll be drinking a lot of beers and having a good time. So that's what I'm looking forward to, right?
Absolutely.
I don't know. This doesn't strike me as a drinking crew. So
Not at all, Carl. You're right. We're going to start playbooks. That's what we're going to do. This is old duels.
Claudio's going to be happy.
Non-alcoholic.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
It's legal
South
in
lot?
Illinois.
Is that allowed in the South lot, Sam?
Yes.
It's allowed everywhere. You're in Illinois. Illinois is legal. Nice. It's legal everywhere. So
that's going to be a party.
I might
right
try
there.
it for the first time.
Can we get a bubble so we can keep Braggs on the outside?
You keep mentioning this guy. Who is he? Why does he keep coming up in this show? I don't think it.
He's going to bum his way in. He'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be
at home
there.
watching. He'll be at home watching from his new recliner.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be good weather. That's the thing we got to worry about here. Good weather.
We'll be there no matter what.
Doesn't matter when, exactly.
Rain, sleet, snow. We're going to be there. No doubt about it. In the South lot. More details to come. I know a lot of people. We're going to be up there. I think Steph and I and Shayne, are you going to leave as well on Friday? Be up there Friday?
I think that's the plan. Like I know Hila's got a Zoom with some work associates tomorrow that's gonna tell her a little bit more. Yeah. So it's gonna be an important day for her tomorrow to find out she's off. She's off until September right now with the baby. So I get no days off now. I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I got the weekend coming up. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
You got a baby duty.
Good
Oh shit!
luck.
Yeah, I got the baby, and Hila's gonna be home on the weekend, which is normally working. So
there's
no luck.
No luck.
I got my room downstairs now, though. I got to do some sound work, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you know, there's a bit of an echo coming.
Yeah, a bit of an
from
echo.
you. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
a
if
little
you've
bit.
heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. Not enough people have told me tonight.
Okay, good.
We gotta food wise, real quick. Will we be able to get vendor, or how are we gonna do this?
We gotta. I think
everybody bring shit.
Everybody
Like
brings
pot?
something, or even. I mean, I could set up a couple Smoky Joes and start grilling out some brats, something easy that we can hand
there you
out.
go.
Hot dogs.
I've never had a brat. I've only-
Chicago or Italian
No.
sausage. I mean, you've had that.
I've had
so
it.
come on.
Oh yes, Italian sausage.
With some jardinere. I know you boys in the East aren't used to jardinere.
What
That's
is
our
jardinere?
What's that?
What's
Exactly.
that?
Oh,
exactly.
We used to
What
get
is that,
one,
right?
We used to get a
I
thing
have
of
no
every
idea
year.
what
Phil.
that is.
What is
You
that?
didn't get that in your pizza, and yeah, you got it in your kit that you used to get. Your sent to you. Remember the little jar?
Different peppers, Italian
Different
peppers,
Oh,
That's
with some
the
olive
jardinere,
oil
yeah.
sauce or olive oil
We
juice.
put that shit on everything. Like
exactly.
literally, we bathe in it on certain nights, depending on. So,
Well, if you're a chef, like apparently HL Priest is a chef. So
HL will be there. He'll
so
be
a
there.
lot of people. If you
It's gonna be
will
good.
potluck,
Oh, yeah.
bring food out to cook.
It's gonna be a
that
big party
down.
for family, and that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be good.
Exactly.
Phil, you should make some of your famous burgers. Phil makes some mean
Yeah, I
burgers.
can make some homemade burger. You got to bring me to a meat place out there.
Yeah. Oh, there's
No,
there's a
get the
lot.
fresh-
There's some over. Just
I'm not a
couple
big
up in the
Italian
Greek town.
beef. I'm not a big fan
Me
of the
either.
Italian
I'm
beef.
not either.
Really?
I-
It depends
I've gotta-
where though. I mean, you don't want to go to like Al's Beef. Everyone goes to Al's. Al's sucks.
Well,
You know,
maybe
like,
you could
Al's
take
place.
me somewhere because
Al's terrible. Ugh.
there's no like it's dry. So I'm like,
No, not if they
what?
dip it.
yeah,
You gotta
you
add
gotta
some
get
dip
it dipped.
what's the
Oh.
dip? What?
There's a lot of things. You got jardinere. We got dip. There's a lot of things we got to
Jardinere.
Oh my
Phil,
God.
basically, what you want to think is like, think of how unhealthy that sandwich is to begin with, and then
Right.
you dip it in gravy, including the bread. Like midway through, you have a grabber. It's just standard Chicago.
Get a shot of Ozempic
Yeah, like
with
you
that?
just,
Yeah,
you just
we're
kind
gonna-
of it
we're gonna
stops
have-
for a little bit, and then we just keep going.
I'm not a fan, Lady Bear. Maybe my boy Sammy
Cherie,
the
she
Bull.
likes it. She loves
will
it.
turn
No, I'm
the
with
page.
Phil on that.
I'm a
not
big fuck Philly, but Philly cheesesteak. You know the
No.
cheese. I
Ooh.
love the onions. Fucking
Yeah.
grilled onions for me.
I was.
You throw that on anything, I'm down with that.
I was
So,
disappointed when I went to Philly, and
Yeah.
I mean when they came out creamy, when they had cream, like it was like Swiss cheese or this cheesy squeeze, the squeeze cheese
Yeah,
on there.
that's just-
I was like,
Oh,
what
yeah,
is
fuck
this?
that.
What the fuck is this?
Where did you go in Philly?
I went to both
I
of them
hate
across the street
that
from each
shit.
other.
Yeah.
And then the other one, it's the Italian guy runs, and that one was actually a little bit better.
Yeah.
But the main two are they're both
Well,
bad. That's
I'll-
my opinion again.
I'll make you your own grilled cheese. Anything with onion. If brats, I see Facebook user, Shayne will get pissed at you. But we can't see your name, so you got to go over to StreamYard.com/Facebook.com. Give permission so we could see who you are. I can do onions on anything. I love.
yeah.
I love that. So I'm gonna try everything.
We have
Again,
to. Yeah, exactly.
the pizza in New Haven, Connecticut's the best. We've established that. So now Sean Sierra is going to bring us somewhere. We're going to be going all over the place. So you're going to have to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere. We're going to get together, perform, do shows, see the city, have the best piece. Someone bring me to the best. I want the fucking number one, your best pizza. Because
I mean, I could bring a beef from my neighborhood, Johnny's Beef. I mean,
Johnny's.
it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still a staple.
That's where I want to go where you're best. I don't
If
want.
you're thinking best Chicago pizza, it's by far Pizza Hut, right? Like that is where we go. That's where us families get together.
Pizza Uno.
That's what we
Pizza
do. That's
Uno.
what we
Pizza
do.
Uno.
It says it here in Connecticut. Pizza Uno.
No,
Chicago's
Pequods.
best pizza.
Pequods would be the one that I think that they should do. That would
It's okay. It's different. I'm okay with it. You know,
And that's deep dish. They do deep dish.
No, there's like their own type of style.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh, okay.
little bit different. Yeah, it's unique.
There is thin. You do have pizza.
Yeah, I mean
more thin
that's
crust, right?
Yeah, that's more tavern pub style tavern.
Okay.
You know, that's more of like neighborhood type pizza. That's what I eat.
Chubbs, I just want like 40%. to agree on one place. To be clear, if you're listening at home
Chubbs is
or
right
on the
though.
pod, it's going to be obviously it's very difficult to get everyone. I totally agree because Chubbs is being Chubbs. He's being straight on the line of
Chubbs is
truth.
on the Chubbs.
That's fine. I'm 40% are telling me here is where we're gonna go. Then let's go there. I want to
Factor
take
knows.
The factor, yeah, he's saying so. Tavern style
It's tavern style. It's thin crust. It's
Okay, so
cut
deep
squares,
dish is
cars
totally
knows.
overrated.
A deep
It
dish.
is. Deep dish is
Let me
like
tell you,
once in a great while. We'll
it's
have
like a
deep dish.
pastry on the outside. It's giant, filled with. I made the mistake the first time I went to
I'm
Chicago.
about to order one right now. If we
let
keep
me
talking.
order a
I'm
large.
gonna call
it an
Lou's.
inside-out calzone. That's what it is. It's
I ordered a
fucking-
large,
it's all this
Sammy, and I
shit.
was like, "Holy fuck! I can't finish this."
I mean,
shit.
I'm a
had
big.
one- I had
can
one
only
slice.
eat two slices, if
Yeah.
that. It's tough. It beats you
So,
up. Heartburn.
Let's set this out. We got plenty of time to get 40%. Maybe we could put it on the patron side or wherever. Put it on our I don't know how we could do polls anymore. Maybe on our Twitter account.
Instagram,
Twitter
or
account.
Twitter. Yeah,
Okay,
Twitter.
I'll put it on
Twitter.
my Instagram too.
Yeah.
Let me know what I want to try that there. I'll let you know because I know pizza. In fact, I can cook pizza and make better pizza than half I've ever tasted, except modern.
But then we'll
pizza.
go into a hot dog war. It'll be like, what kind of hot dog you like? Chicago style,
shit.
which is,
Yeah.
do you want a Chicago style or do you want a depression dog?
Phil puts
I'm more of
ketchup
a
on
depression
the side. Phil
dog.
puts
You guys
ketchup
get
on the
so
side.
fired up with me.
You know what I mean?
Phil, if
Our
you get
food
ketchup,
is big here. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
Chicago.
know
It's our
it is.
water.
That's
It's Lake
what it is.
Michigan. It's Lake Michigan. That's what makes it.
I do put ketchup, relish, grilled onion, and mustard on a hot dog. And I'm not going to change that. I'm going to try the Chicago style. I've seen it. It's all dry with peppers and pickles and all this stuff. I'm going to try out, give you my truth. I'm not going to lie.
You're keeping it
That's how
100.
I like
bro.
it.
That's what
I like I like the ketchup on there. It's perfectly fine.
all
It's a
right.
fucking hot dog. It's mixed up bullshit ass meat. So
It's real shitty meat.
let's sweeten it up a little bit.
It is so
I like
good.
them burnt.
Claudio likes them burnt. I don't.
Burnt.
We do have humble.
Likes a grilled
hot
dog.
dogs
I get it.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
it's all right. It's
It's
all right.
lips and ass. Exactly. It's
Exactly,
lips and
Jack.
ass.
Lips and ass.
Jeez.
So I will try all.
Angelo will
this
fucking
stuff.
drive there if he doesn't get a ticket, man. That's
Lips
Oh,
and ass, huh?
if Angelo's coming, I'm alerting every cop.
Oh, we got to make him
in the
dressed up as a
region.
mascot. You got to. You got to.
When you asked, wait, Justin Fields is not a quarterback.
Oh, it was terrible. I was like, oh my god.
That was the best.
He was so fucking serious. Like, really? Yeah, I knew that he'd fall for that real fast.
There's Loki. What up,
Loki.
Loki?
Yeah,
Shouting
thanks,
you
man.
out, Shayne. Shouting
Yeah,
you
no,
out.
we DM'd a little bit today, and he thanked me. I
great
appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's I've been getting lots of DMs and well wishes from everybody because I'm an old man with a new little baby girl, and
Now, at least your junk is still working, Shayne. You got
That's right.
proof. You got
That's right.
evidence.
It's true. You're still shooting.
That's right.
I'm never surprised when your show goes anymore.
We're in there after because Ela had a C-section and the nurse comes in. She's like, "You guys talked about birth control." She's like, "You can't do this. You can't do this. There's nothing's going to be inside here. 6 weeks. Shut up, Dad." And then she keeps on going on her spiel. I'm like, 6 weeks. Fuck that.
Oh my god. I don't know how gross I can be on this. I'm not gonna tell that story.
Thank you. Thank you.
We've all seen it.
I would keep it 100. But no, do you really want after Steph had her C-section because of the twins? You're like Shayne said, you don't have sex for a while, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna play like Seinfeld.
Thought he was gonna say he sent her to the dentist.
No, I'm gonna be free.
I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
That's fucked up. I'm gonna be free. What was it? The master of my domain.
Yeah.
That's what
Phil
I
slammed down the money. What, 3 days?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I stayed.
So anyway,
the course.
football.
I stayed the
Exactly.
course. But I'm just telling you,
Justin Fields is our quarterback.
the
guys. I don't know if you
explosion
know
that
Is he?
happened.
Yeah.
I was excited when we picked them. I was watching the show and I was enjoying it, and it was an exciting moment for me. It really was. I mean, we've always had these quarterbacks that have been shit shows and guys thrown up on the field, and it was exciting. So I'm happy as a Bears fan. I'm still skeptic, and it comes more with our head coach Bishu, and he's taking back over the play calling. And do I agree with that? No. I think his ass should just stay in the field with his fucking face covered with his stupid playbook, but that's my opinion. But we'll see. If I see another jet sweep on the fucking one, I'm gonna throw my remote control at my TV. I just can't handle shit like that. You guys know me by now, and we'll see what happens. But I'm really excited to see this kid out there, and I thought he's probably gonna start fourth week. I think he'll probably be in there. Let's be honest.
Detroit game is my
Detroit game, exactly. Yeah. We got to win. And now the schedule, it's back and forth. That's going to be a difference, home, away.
I don't ever remember that.
No, it's never been that way. We were talking about that with my friends, and we're like, this is weird. And for me being a season ticket holder, it's like, usually you're used to like 2-3 games at home, then you go away. It's going to be different. So we'll see how that competes with the players too. I mean, we'll see.
Well, it's an exciting time for the Chicago Bears. Obviously, it's exciting for us as we continue moving forward, through this season, this off season, where as we started off the show with Geary, that moment where we hope there's hope. And now we do have it, where if the worst thing in the fear, I'm with you. The worst fear I have is hoping Nagy gets it. That's okay. I can roll with that because as long as you have talent's going to trump it all.
He's got his young guy that he's tied at the fucking hip to. I think that's the game changer.
Yeah,
and that's going to be exciting to see.
It's his quarterback.
It's his choice. He had the arranged marriage. He wanted the job. He wanted the fucking job. That's all I know.
He wanted the city too. Yeah,
he wanted the city. Now he's got his turn. Now we got to see what he is. My fear, though, obviously we're not going to be able to get to all of the video and shit of Sam Mustafa and all that stuff because we want to get everybody on. Do we want to just bring Kamran on with Sammy?
Sure, bring him on.
Bring Cam,
what's up there?
Kamran, baby.
Don't hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
There he is.
There I am.
Dago T on. He's ready.
Finally get to meet this guy. Look at him. You're part of the family. You two together are always in the chat, chatting it up.
What's up,
get
Sammy?
the two of you
What's
guys
going on, Cam? How you doing, kid?
Good.
All right.
Cam, where are you from, Cam?
I am actually originally from the upper Midwest, Chicago, upper peninsula of Michigan, lived in Packer country many years.
Really?
Yeah, and actually I was coaching part-time up north as well.
Nice.
During the year, I was defensive coordinator for high school up there.
Nice.
Had to kind of give up that this year due to my girlfriend's MS and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear about that.
Very sorry.
I know you've been dealing with a lot, and this network you've shared means so much to you. I wanted to get that out of the way. You brought it up. How is your girlfriend doing, and how are you guys holding up?
Well, we're doing as good as we can. I mean, she still works with the MS and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because she's relapsive, remissive.
Yep.
So, but she's like Tevin Jenkins tough, man.
There you go. There you go.
She's I feel more like the before picture. Man. I'm gonna start lifting some weights before I start.
Yeah, speaking of tough, did Angelo put up much of a fight before you stole his shirt?
Angelo can't be wearing my shirt.
Yeah, we know that for sure.
Look at this, Sammy the Bull and Cam on at the same time.
Cam, you gotta make it. If you can make it to the big tailgate show, that'd be fucking great. Good time.
Yeah, I really wish I could this year. Unfortunately, we got a big move planned. We were going to move northeast, but now we're moving to Florida. End of the year, January perhaps. But if the Bears in the playoffs, we got to push that back a little bit, I think. But
yeah,
that's what we're talking about. That's how you do it.
Cars has a son in Florida.
I do. Dustin,
okay.
my boy. Dustin. I don't look at it, but I've got like a 26-year-old son, which is impressive to say the least. But
What happened?
Did we lose Phil?
No.
Did I lose you?
You were froze there for a second.
Yeah, I was texting the internet company.
Okay.
That happened at what time? 11:29.
Yep. Yeah, pretty good.
They're trying to figure this out. They have engineers on it, cars. I don't know what this
That's crazy.
Wired in, and we can't figure out what the fuck is going on the top level internet. Meanwhile, Shayne's getting fucking fiber lined out to his house. I'm over here in a city, and I'm fighting to get this fixed.
I was having internet problems earlier, so I don't know. Maybe it's some hackers,
front-
Russian hackers.
So something in the air around here, down here in Texas too. No joke. All the rain and crap we've had down here. My
That's
God.
crazy.
Well,
so Cam, take us back to draft night when you saw the Bears go up. What was your thoughts? Were you filled with excitement, or were you?
I was excited
nervous?
either way. Although I will say I was a Mac Jones guy first, just keeping it real.
So
But I do like what Justin Fields does bring. He brings the leadership, and and you probably guys have seen me support Trubisky in the past.
Yep.
But the one thing he did lack was that leadership. And that was had he called Nagy out, I can do this. This is what I do best. Maybe we're talking a whole different story here.
Yeah,
it's true.
We don't know. We'll never know. But he's in Buffalo now. I think he's a good backup. I don't think Buffalo would have bought him there if they thought he was total trash. But I think there's things he can. He has skills there, no doubt. But the leadership thing, you got to have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I look for as a defensive coordinator on my team. I put the leaders on the field. One thing at least I won't have to deal with this year is arguing with crazy parents who say, "Play my kid."
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Parents are the worst part of every
terrible.
sport. Of every
Not
sport.
even close. Not even close. It's horrible.
Every kid's
Can't wait
being Johnny
for that
football. You're like, all right, man.
Well, I guarantee you, I never buckled to a parent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But you go back to Justin Fields a little bit. I was watching some pressers and I think it was the Northwestern game. Maybe I watched that presser and they're talking to him about a couple of picks. Just to listen to the detail in him, talk about, call back and talk about what he saw. I'm like, this, you could tell he just gets it.
Yeah,
and I'm
he's quarterback savvy, Shayne.
Yeah, he is.
You can't teach that. Either you have it or you fucking don't. And that's what a lot of people don't understand when it comes down to quarterback. Either you have it or you don't. Yeah. He never really had it. He had the skills to do it, but he just couldn't really complete
Pick
it.
your Bears quarterback from the past and they'd say, I don't know, I gotta review the tape and then just to be done with it. And there's a difference there, and that stuff matters 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one thing I do think, though, I think we're going to look back on in the next few years. I think the biggest thing to me was taking Tevin Jenkins, man. To me, he's a difference maker. Brings the nasty, something we haven't had.
Sure.
And Larry Borum too, for that matter.
Yes.
I mean, he handles himself in a presser for a 5th-round guy. Man, that guy knows his football.
Yeah, and I don't sleep on the fact that Ryan Pace. It sounds like they had a third round grade on Borum, but he said that they would have been happy with him had they taken him in the 2nd round, and that says a lot. And you can't say that they wouldn't have. He very well could have been the Bears' 3rd rounder had they not traded up. They very well could have taken him at 83. Larry Borum.
Sounds like they would have been the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's no doubt you saw my reaction on Tevin Jenkins. I mean, I've watched so much tape of the Chicago Bears to know the pitfalls that failed them, and that left tackle position. Obviously, this network was fighting bloggers and blog boys and all of the press that seemed somehow, some way connected to Charles Leno, and the tape said the opposite. So it was never a shtick. It was just so tired of watching your team be let down by laziness puppy shit play, as you all know, soft.
Exactly.
And you're getting the opposite here. Even if somebody else comes in there, you're better. Like, my father doesn't come on a network and say that stuff to back me up.
Give it to me.
He
The
comes out-
Chicago Bears at number 39 are selecting offensive tackle Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah! That's my reaction. I'm replaying it. We're living live.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh,
That was
man.
awesome.
Oh,
It was.
man.
There you go.
awesome.
There it is. I mean, that's what this network is about. You two, Kamran and Sammy. I mean, I've had conversations with both of you, never like this, obviously, but in private. I know how you felt about Tevin Jenkins, Kamran, and you were excited as me. I'm sure
I
you
woke
were
my
doing
girlfriend up at 1 o'clock in the morning watching that film. I was jumping out the seat excited.
My wife knew to leave me alone for those 2 days. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You know what I'm doing."
You know where
Oh,
you
she
know
was
what
mad
this
at me
is.
draft week, boy. Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
We're gonna
That's
see.
awesome.
We're gonna see who Tevin Jenkins is. You know, this isn't when you see who they are. It's when the pads start going and you're going live. That's when you're gonna see. So all the stories that Dan Wiederer is gonna write. Well, he's not taking first team snaps yet. I mean, that's to get you to click on it. That's to
Clickbait.
get that. Yeah, all of that. The reality
3
is,
days.
we're gonna fucking know when the preseason games go, and you'll know, and we'll see, and I'll show you the difference because it's not going to be hard. It really
He'll be our
isn't.
left tackle all day.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
I
he's too
sit down-
strong. He's got his footwork is just amazing.
Yeah.
That's the thing that blew my mind is how fast and quick he is off the ball. The first 3 steps, and I was an offensive lineman. I know those first 3 steps are crucial, and his were just perfect every fucking time.
And they
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
look like they
Sammy.
should be. He's got that big leg kick, right? And you're
Oh,
like, that's
yeah.
going to slow him down. And
Stop
no,
it.
it is
No, it
perfect.
doesn't.
It is perfect every
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're gonna
Bears
notice.
just put in there.
You're gonna notice that with Borum too, dropping those 30 pounds. You're gonna notice the footwork on him getting cleaned up real quick. Because
yeah.
I mean, 30 pounds, man. That's a big.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a big drop. I mean,
Oh,
he's gonna
yeah.
go up. He's gonna go up 10. They want him to play at 332 at right tackle. So I mean, even then, that's gonna put him down 20 from where they were playing him at Mizzou. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what both of these guys can do.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
You put these 2 guys in there and you let them grow and you let them,
Oh
you
my
know,
God, you've done it.
yeah.
You've
you
got
let
your
them-
pillars. You got a quarterback and 2
Yeah.
tackles.
That's number one.
This is
Is
some-
your
we
offensive
haven't-
line.
Exactly.
Come on,
We haven't.
we know that.
You haven't done that. And to answer B Bear W's, you question about. You're obviously not a patron because my father has talked about this. In fact, we're gonna have to revisit X's with the O's and look at Tevin Jenkins and Larry Borum with my dad and Coach George DeLeon at some point in the next couple weeks, because I want you as a fan to understand narrative and coaching versus coaching. The tape isn't lying. That's why I was so blown away by Emory. I'm sure both of you saw my reaction. David Montgomery and Tevin Jenkins. Those are layups for me because I see the reality of what they can do, and I could project that forward. There's no worry about left or right tackle when it comes to somebody who's got the right temperament and is athletic. If you're athletic, I could teach you either side. It should not be. Remember John Tate? You heard, who was it? The former Bear talking about him. Olin or recently
talking
about John Tate. There was a Zorich, one of them, talking about John didn't want to go on the left side, but everybody and their brother knew John needed to play. We need you over here. You're athletic enough. What did he do? He went over there and played left tackle, the best since Jimbo Covert. That's the reality. So it is not something anybody, a blogger's gonna, the Bears blog and throw another name in there, are gonna write a story about how this is bad. But the reality is, Coach Juan Castillo eyeballed that guy, said he's gonna be our left tackle. They cut. Even Shayne and Cards could tell you I was right. You get rid of that cancer from the locker room. some of the stories I could share, even worse than his play, that cancer that Leno was. So get rid of him. Now you got 2 young bucks and a quarterback. You're excited. You're excited here, and you should be.
I was just going to say, I really loved him, Tevin's presser when he first was introduced to the team, and how he's served notice and said he's taking that left tackle job.
Yeah.
He wants
exactly.
it. He wants it.
You want it. You got to go. I love that. We haven't had that shit.
No.
We have not had any. Kyle Long was, straightforward. He was a tough athletic freak. But again, we bared that shit up. We lioned that guy. We fucking put him at guard. You should have just put him at left tackle. Learn as you go, because we need you there. But again, it's not New England style. Chicago has always been ass backwards when it comes to fundamental decisions in football, and now they've changed it. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. Tevin Jenkins, his attitude, his toughness, and everything.
He'll be just fine.
He's going to be fine. I saw it right away. Me and Barlissimo were arguing. Remember, Shayne? This guy ain't no fucking guard like the Draft Network is trying to tell. This is a left tackle.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at him move. And then I did what? It's right on our network, actually. You can go watch my breakdown. Argue those plays. I'm excited about Tevin. Again, injuries are the only things you get worried about.
He's an offensive lineman, man. He'll fight through it. You have to.
Exactly.
If you want to play, you fucking play.
So who was your favorite guest, guys? First, we'll go with Sammy the Bull, and then we'll go with Kamran. You guys have been with us since we started. Love you guys.
Appreciate it. Love you too.
What show, Sammy, for you? What was your show?
My favorite out of all the shows, I would go with Olin Kreutz. I respect the guy so much. He's such a good player. He's a great offensive lineman, one of the best we've had. He's a leader. He's everything you want as a Chicago Bear. And I think that's what Nagy needs to know and put in this team. It's not only the toughness, it's not only what we have as a team and our quarterback, but it's a tradition that we have here.
Right.
And I think that's one thing that we miss. We want that old 85 Bear barking, scaring the opponent. We want them to be tough. And guys like Tevin Jake, he's a perfect example of who a fucking Chicago Bear should be. And I think Olin Kreutz is the person that solidifies that, and that's who I want. And that was my favorite guest we've had, personally.
I love it. Olin, obviously, you guys have heard me. I'm not just saying this because I like the guy. I'm just saying it because even me and Olin don't agree on everything. I just know he's the right person to be over Ryan Pace's shoulder, course correcting you all. No. You're not letting that running back out of the building. We need to run the ball. We need to draft this guy. We need to build up front. Those things do matter because somebody needs to be in the margin, keeping people in the margins where it matters most, up front. It's never changed. I don't give a fuck what offense you run. It's never going to change. If you don't have those tackles, those horses, and a good center up there, especially if you're running zone, you got to have a center. You can't have Mustafa fucking 2 yards in the back. It can't happen. Don't talk about it. Be about it. That's all I want to see. On skis, exactly. Can't be skiing back. Skeet.
Yeah. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Exactly. I'm excited. I saw somebody ask me about Dieter Eisland, and it's not because he's been on the show and I've talked to him privately, but he just has on tape what I know works in offensive line.
Well, there's so much on tape. He's so young in his.
They don't even know
just as a
how
football player.
I hope Juan just. I think Juan.
Oh, listen, he's
out there taking.
They kept him around for a reason.
Yeah, I'm excited. If I had to pick a guy today that I'm so excited to finally see, it's Dieter Eisland. Cam, what was your favorite show or moment?
Well, I always thought, I was saying this in the chat every week, what are we going to do to outdo ourselves every week? You know? But to me, I think a lot of us had a lot of questions. What was the Ryan Nall show going to be like?
Okay.
And then you bought on David Montgomery.
Yeah, that was awesome.
To me, that was
awesome.
That was pretty top notch, man.
That was hard to keep quiet. That one was. We wanted to surprise everybody.
Totally blew me away. I never seen it coming.
When that drop came in, because he was on the I'll give you the backstory now. Transparency. That's what this show is all about, giving you a little bit of behind the curtains. Obviously, we talked about the old network tonight. We gave you a little bit of that. We're talking about this. So David, you know, my son loves David Montgomery. Like, I can't express it enough. Like, it's his own thing that he's gravitating. Like, I didn't make him that, and I made him a Bears fan. I'll keep that real. But as he watched, you know, it's like Claudio watching it with me. Claudio's right there watching Tate, and Claudio gravitates to Mooney, and Tate wants to be a running back, and he you have to be blind to watch David Montgomery and not be, oh my God, he's struggling for yard. He's fighting for yard. He's juking. He's doing everything in his power from the very first time we ever saw him. So that's where my stance was. And you all know from my film work where I stand. David Montgomery I wouldn't talk about David Montgomery if he was, you know, just a guy that Emery tried to say. Long story short, Tate loves him, sleeps with his jersey type love. David, the classy guy that he is, I mean, he's quiet. He's a different type of person.
He's wired differently.
He's definitely wired. I told him, and I'll be transparent, you have to tell your truth. You're so good. I know the fan, whatever, you don't want to hear it. I'm not fanboy. I'm just telling you, speak your truth. Let it be out there. There's nothing wrong with confidence. And I'm just excited to see the boulder, as you saw in the open. He's got a boulder on his shoulder. He deserves that. And he deserves all the accolades that he's going to get, because I know one thing. And it's not just because my son loves him, but I'm talking to him privately, getting back to the story. And I was like, just come on the show. And he's like, he was teeter-tottering. So literally, Ryan tweets out, or I like, you should jump on. He's like, I might jump on with Ryan and surprise him. I go, just do it. Let me know. And Shayne, I go, I think David might come on the show if Nall's on the show. He's like, what do you think? I go, I'm producing a fucking intro for David no matter what. So we'll just have it ready in case he does. So Nall's on the show. I'm literally doing the show. If you look back, you can watch. You'll see me. I look down, and David's like, send me the link, yo. I'm like, copy, paste, throw him the link, jump on now. Because he's like, when do you want me on? I go, just jump on now. And that's the story. Now, we never have a script. We didn't tell Brian. Obviously, we didn't tell anybody. In fact, we told Cherie.
Cherie almost had a heart attack.
Cherie's like, nah. We told Jackal, Cherie. There they all are. Look at them. Am I allowed to put you on, Cherie? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
She'll cut you later. It's fine. No big deal.
The whole crew up in here now. I tell them all before the show 10 minutes. That's really, we jump on the show. There's no script. There's no fucking plan. They being the producers, these guys all fly by our coattails, and we're like, you know, David Montgomery might be on, so just be ready. I have it loaded up. And sure enough, the rest is history. We drop it. When I saw him pop on, obviously he was driving the car. I say he wasn't driving. Shayne says he was, whatever.
He was
Claudio says he was. So anyway, we get him on the show. The rest is history. I just love that guy. I love David Montgomery, the person. I really do. Obviously, he has a connection to my son now, and it's special to me. Real quick, I said I had to tell you guys this story. I'm not that parent, though. I want to clarify this. I told Shayne this story. I coach a flag team, and my son Tate, this is true. It was like 100 degrees, so I thought they were going to cancel it. So I'm texting the guy.
So they did 25 burpees.
He's like, no, we're not canceling. I go, oh, my God. So Steph said, why do you mean they're not canceling? I go, we're going to practice. I'm the coach. I ain't leaving the kids. Oh, okay. So I bring the boys down. Now, mind you, I'm coaching 40 kids by myself. There's one other guy there who's a dad. So I'm coaching. They don't know the game. I'm teaching. I'm exhausted after every practice teaching. So anyway, 9 or 10 kids show up, 2, including my sons, real quick. So I'm teaching them all the plays or whatever. Then the practice isn't going to end. And I go, here's a good thing that'll end practice. I go, if you guys stop Tate, you're going to fucking practice is over. You don't have to run. We don't have to do anything. We'll do the ice cream pass because I always end the practice with an ice cream pass. What's an ice cream pass? One kid, any kid, we pick out one random kid. They go 40, 50 yards out. I throw the deep ball. If they pull it in, I got to buy all the kids ice cream. I've done this since for whenever, just to get to end the practice the right way together as a team. And I'll pay for it. Okay. So I told them we'll just go to ice cream pass. I swear to you guys, this is a proud dad moment I'm sharing. This might come back to haunt me. I don't know. Tate behind me, sweep right. I tell everybody, sweep right. So they're all on defense. So 9 versus 1. Tate, hand the ball off to Tate. Tate runs to the left, and he's David Montgomery all of a sudden in his brain. I swear to you. And it was one of those moments where I honestly am telling you, I thought they're just going to grab him down, we end practice, we go. This little shit, juke 2 guys, jump step. Now everybody's waiting for the next practice. So all the high school kids are there, all the parents, all the other kids. And all of them are like, holy shit. And he just put on the moves, took it 80 yards against 9 versus 1. And he's going to the end zone, and he's yelling, David Montgomery, when he gets in the end zone. That's my story. That's my story. I was proud that moment because I honestly set him up to fail. I wanted him to get stopped, but that little shit with the spiritual energy of David Montgomery. Look at that.
Great story, man. I wish I could have coached kids of my own, but I never had kids of my own. So
maybe one day.
What are you, like 25?
No,
How old are you?
No, dude, I am 47 years old, sir.
40
Get the hell out of here.
I thought you were 29 years old.
Makes you younger? What's going on, Ken? Holy shit.
You have muscles and you look younger than me. This is total bullshit. I am throwing down.
Just quit.
I'm surprised you never see my age. It's not like I ever hit it in the chat.
I never saw your age, man. I really didn't think. That's my flag football story. This kid loves the Bears, both of them. My other son is, I kind of like shed so much on Tate because his personality is so big. There goes my internet again. Right?
Hey, but with the kids and stuff like that, I mean, even though I never had kids of my own, coaching up those kids, especially my last season, I didn't realize it'd be the last time I was doing it. But I remember when I had corrected one kid, I had lit him up in practice. He, had missed an assignment. It was a defensive drill. He had messed it up several times. Like it was more laziness than anything.
Yeah.
But he thanked me for it.
Yeah.
He said, and it was like one of the last players I think I greeted on the way out. Little did I know that would be it.
Oh, that's the thing about Nagy, real quick, and then we're gonna wrap up this fan appreciation show
real quick.
The Nagy stuff. Hopefully,
that drinking game.
Accountability. That's what I want to see from Coach Nagy this year. You've got your guy. You got everything in motion. You even got
There's hope, guys. There's hope.
That's what I'm talking about. There's hope. So that's where our fan base lies. We are going to analyze it. We're going to have Zack Pearson's eyes on it. We're going to get as many guests as possible, and continue this road that we cover the Chicago Bears, unfortunately for Claudio, all year round.
Every week.
Unless we go on vacation, which we will do this summer. I will be traveling finally 10-year anniversary coming up this summer. So we're going to be bouncing to Punta Cana.
Ooh, nice.
Dominican. I've never been.
So I got to go
there. When are you going there, Phil?
July 25th we leave because our anniversary is the 28th.
Oh, okay.
July.
That's my birthday. Wants to come with.
Mine and
We're leaving on
get ready for the show.
I'm leaving for Italy July 30th. So
there you go.
We'll be on
You'll
vacation.
be gone. We'll all be on
That's
vacation.
awesome.
Carl's going to have his own show that week.
Perfect
How
timing.
the show will happen without me? I don't understand.
Training camp starts and both you motherfuckers leave.
It's going to be Cars and Shayne show. With
Shayne, this is going to be. We're going to have so much room for different
Oh my
activities.
God.
This is going to be
Awesome.
amazing. This is going to be amazing.
We're gonna build bunk beds. It's gonna be
Absolutely.
Room for so much
I
activity.
will jump on real quick on the beach.
No, you won't.
No, you will not.
I'm not sending you a link.
No.
I promised I'm going to take the break. I need a break from all of it. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all of you fans, all the love. Real quick. Again, we are going to sign off again, though, October 17th, that weekend. Sammy the Bull, a bunch of other people. I'm going to connect everybody together as we get prepared this to have the TTNL, keeping it 100, family, barbecue, whatever, tailgate, flags are going to be flying, hip hop, TTNL music, Chicago Bears, Bears Hour Live from the South End Zone. So if you want to be a part of that, please jump in and join us. You don't even have to have a ticket to the game, do you, Sammy, to get there?
No, I mean, you could just get a tailgating, a South End Zone parking pass and stay there during the game. And after the game, we'll be back to party again. So it'll be perfect.
There you go. Again, we didn't do the read, Shayne. Do we have
You gotta
to
do
do
your
that?
ad. Let's do the ad.
Oh, yeah. Do you
If
have?
you're hairy, get Manscaped.
Yes.
To read.
That's not gonna work.
Come on, Claudio.
We have
That's
a
not how you pay the
special-
bills.
That's why I
around
don't
here.
do the read. That's why I don't do the
Exactly.
read.
How do you expect us to pay Angelo?
You keep showing your value there, Claudia.
We pay Angela with cardboard cutouts.
I want to shout out
holes in
Dante Jones, former Chicago Bear middle
Dante
linebacker,
Jones.
showing us some love on the Keeping
Probably
It
my second
100
favorite show.
Man's and shit.
TTNL. Rashid Davis.
Jesus.
Look at Rashid. I saw someone that was their favorite show. I'm gonna let Rashid know that.
That was an awesome show. I like their
There's a couple
tour.
people said that.
Keeping It 100 with Rashid gave you the tour, right? Remember the tour?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't yet, we have a swag shop. Here's our guy laying on the ground there. Alex Acevedo right here. Spencer Strong behind me. There you go. There's the back of it. Spencer Strong, TTNL. Get over there. Get your T-shirt. Support our guy, Ryan Cox, as we get ready for the Spencer Strong shout-out segment. Do we do the read, Shayne? Or are you going to do it? I'm going to isolate on Shayne. We're going to do the read.
I don't have it yet. Do you have the
Oh.
Father's Day one? I don't know why I don't have that one.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Do I
boy.
gotta open it up.
Well, we got to start the show all over again.
See?
Here we
Start it
go.
all out.
I
Here
put
we
it
go.
out there an hour and a
Yeah,
half ago.
Give me a second.
Shane's
Hold
going to
on.
have to
Trying to
get to
help.
bed awful late. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Real quick.
Hold on. I got the Father's Day 4.0. Do you want me to do it?
I have it too. It doesn't matter if you want to do it or me.
Do it at the same time.
I did it last week. How about I'll do the first part, you do the second part. It'll be like Run DMC. Trading
Cherie, you want to do it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Father's Day is just around the corner, and you probably need a gift for your hairy ass dad. Make your dad proud this year and get him and yourself the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right. The Lawnmower 4.0. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code. Sammy, do you remember the code? KI. 100. KI 100.
KI 100.
Manscaped is the
20%
only
off.
men's brand dedicated to below the waist grooming and just launched their Lawnmower 4.0. Angelo's excited.
He loves
Imagine
it.
surprising your dad with a sleek, well-designed and optimized body hair trimmer that says your balls will thank you. Right on the box. 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. You might ask, how is this Lawnmower 4.0 different from the other trimmers? Well, this upgraded trimmer includes multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock. This is a great feature if your father or yourself do a lot of traveling. It allows you the ability to run 4,000K spotlight as well. So when you want to shave your hair, ball hairs in the dark, you can do it. Shayne, you got the next one? The Lawnmower 4.0?
I'm just gonna skip down. Yeah, with the same signature scent, Phil, with this dope cologne from Manscaped for Father's Day that we both love.
If we do.
Yeah, with the same signature scent that's in all the Manscaped formulas, this cologne is the perfect complement to the collection. Light, approachable, and gentlemanly in all the right ways. If the old man is smelling a little funky, like Carr's wife complains about all the time, this cologne is a surefire way to change that and make him the talk of the summer. Man of the house deserves to smell like a king. Whether it's a gift for you, your dad, or the men in your life, choose Manscaped. Get 20% off, free shipping with the code KI100 at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
There you go. Yes! Your balls will thank you. Speaking of balls, Claudio, our guy shared with me the thing. Can I open it? No, it's not letting me open it. Fuck. So we will use that music next week. We'll have it prepared. We're going to do some shout outs. I know Shayne is happy about that, but that's how we're going to end the show tonight with Cherie's favorite song, the shout out song. Or is that your favorite song, Cherie? Or is it Bold Prediction?
I think shout out song.
There you go.
Shout out Tape Never Lies. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. We gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. We gotta show love too. From the fans in the stands to the follows on the gram. Thanks for your support, showing love in the DM. We stay SpencerStrong, fight together till the end. Now it's time to shout out worldwide friends and fam. Like
the network that keeps it real, 100 crew. So many in the world that I gotta show love to. For some this policy, the show is at its end, but for me it's so important to thank the charter members and the fans. Built the network, speak the truth through the tape. Never run around the truth, no narratives we create. Set them straight, no bubble screen on 4th and 8. Claudio Shayne getting nervous cause keeping them up too late. That's it, no more to say that get the shot of vital. But hurry up cause the postman's getting homicidal.
Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. We gotta show love too. Shout out. I know you hear me, baby. Shout out. I know you see me, baby. Shout out. We gotta holler at you. Keep it 100 crew. We gotta show love too.
The network that keeps it real. SpencerStrong.
Like it's so much, let's run it back.
There it is. Claudio, SpencerStrong. Hashtag it up. We lost our boy Kamran. He's going to try to hook back on.
He had to get in a lift. It's a new day.
He was just doing 600 push-ups. It just went past midnight. Let's always start off with our guest, Sammy. You stayed on the show. A lot of airtime for you.
Yeah.
Good things for us. You're planning the big meet and greet. Who do you got to shout out, though, tonight?
I appreciate everything you guys do. First of all, I got to shout out Shayne for having that beautiful baby. Congratulations again.
Thanks so much, man.
No problem, buddy. Shout out to the whole 100 crew and you guys doing for what you do the best and providing the best knowledge out there in Chicago Bears football. You can't beat it. So shout out to everyone else. Shout out to my mom putting me on this earth.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a first. That's the first one I think I've heard.
That's
important.
335. Yes, exactly. But shout out to everyone else. Love you guys.
Nice.
Great stuff. Appreciate the kind words. Claudio.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to also shout out Shayne, your wife, Hila.
Thanks,
your
man.
daughter, everybody. Awesome. Glad everything's good. Everybody's good. Couple new people in the chat. Nino Corsiera. He's a Grossman fan. He was giving Grossman some props. So I gotta shout him out. Adeptus Serpentis, every show, this dude makes me laugh. He is hilarious. Dude, come on the show. It'll be hilarious.
Gotta get him on the show.
Gotta get him on the show. Yeah.
Michael Cam abolished sleevery.
Yeah,
that was a great joke.
That got a good pop in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah. That was A+ material.
Michael Tran, Logan Frost, Stephen Froilin, and Chuck Froilin.
Yeah, that's my boy.
And Chuck and Lydia Goring.
Oh yeah,
always see them in there. And my wife and kids, love you. All right, that's it.
There you go. Well, Cam's back. Cam, you're up next.
Oh, nice.
Right on time for your shout out.
There I am.
There you are.
Cam.
Your first time on the
There you
show.
go, Cam.
Are we ready for my shout outs then?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right, sure thing. First one, I want to say Logan Frost.
Yes.
Love that dude.
You got two
I'm
shout
on a little
outs.
delay here.
It's okay. Just keep speaking.
Yeah.
Get them all out.
All right, yeah, first guy I probably met from TTNL.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Chris Jackal, thanks for putting me on and, shouting me out as well.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
That's what's up, Cam.
And also Bullets, man. We've become great friends on and off the air.
That's what this is
And
about.
also Alex H.
There you go.
Man.
That's my boy. Yeah.
Alex H.
He's long
Logan.
gone, but shout out to him up in Montreal.
There you go.
There you go.
The Canadian shout out. I know where Canada is. It's north.
Very good. Very good.
Good job,
Very
Phil.
good.
Look at you.
You get a
One
D+.
thing I've learned over
You get a
time
D+ in
that this is
geography.
more than just a football network,
Yep.
Yes.
but it's football family.
Absolutely.
That's the truth.
Well said, Cam.
That is the truth. It's Steph Froilin. Steph Claudio.
Right,
He
okay.
wants Steph. There you go. Lady Bear. Shout outs.
Of course.
There you go.
First and foremost, of course, Shayne. Congratulations to pretty little Emmy.
Thank you.
To your wife and Riley being a big brother now. Phil, to your dad, happy belated birthday. Shout out to
thank
him.
you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Definitely Logan. Logan is awesome. Definitely want to send a shout out to him. I know he
Logan's
gets
been a lot of love.
3
Yeah.
shout outs.
Yeah,
That's a record.
still have
That's
to
got to
go,
be a
so.
record. 3
Man.
shout
Wait,
outs.
how did you do 3? Did you do the shocker as 3?
I did the shocker.
Just now? Okay, I just wanted to make
Thank
sure.
you,
I
Connor.
saw
You
that.
did.
Yeah.
You were fucking observant, bro. You were- Holy
Takes
shit.
one to know one, apparently,
I'm shocked that no one else saw that. All right, I'm
Oh, I
leaving.
see.
It was good to see you.
Buy cars.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
shit.
just threw me completely off. Shout out to the TTNL family. Just all the love and support that we get every week. And like Phil say, keep sharing the show, liking it, and so we can grow. The network can grow.
Well said. Well said. Cars.
I can barely think. Sorry, I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning. No, these are my favorite. Yeah. I had a rough day of golf, Shayne. It was a very hard day of work this
Edwin
morning.
called you out. Rough day. It's work. Golf.
Yeah, it was really tough. No, these are my favorite shows because it is fun to put, faces to names of folks that we interact with in chat and Twitter. I mean, everybody's kind of said it, but it's fun when it becomes more than just us busting on each other and complaining about stuff, right? Like this has become so much more. And so thanks everybody for being a part of this, for jumping on, for introducing yourself and putting up with me. So that's my shout out.
Nice. Well said. Shayne, I'll end with you. I'll go before you. I want to shout you out and your beautiful wife and family as you transition and grow your family. Trust me, at an older age,
I'm not transitioning.
Kids. Yeah, I was about to say the pause after transition. I want to put that
out there.
Phrasing, as Bullet says. Yes. You're not transitioning. Your family is growing. I'm going to get in trouble with anything I say, for God's sake. But yes.
You finally learned. It's only taken a season and a half the off season to learn that you're just going to be in trouble. Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to see.
Robert totally butchered the name. The first one and the last one.
Hey, Steve Archiacula.
You want to do you want to fix the name for him?
No, I think we roll with that.
Come on, man.
Emerson, not Emily. Emerson.
It could have been a typo. He might have been.
I don't know. The nurse.
A lot of people get confused.
The nurse asked me what the last name was, and everybody, for whatever reason, puts an H in my last name. I have no idea why.
Marsaw.
Marsaw. M-A-R. It's Marsaw. M-A-R-S-A-W. But yeah, everybody adds. It's so weird. Everybody adds that random H, just like Robert did. But that's funny.
I skipped Jackal. My bad. Jackal, you go after me, then we'll end the show with Shayne. Shayne, again, congratulations.
Thanks, bro. Love you.
It's been a long journey. That shit is real. Just keeping it 100. So to get to the end zone, we got to celebrate that. So I want to shout you and your family out.
Thanks.
I want to shout out everybody that came on the show, showed their face, to piggyback what Carr said, from Edwin, Geary, all of them, Ethan, everybody that obviously Sammy's here, Kamran, we finally see you, HL Priest, all of you guys are family. We tried to get as many on. Chris Price, I'm sorry. Wanted to get you on the show. You're my fullback. We had our quarterback on. Now we need our fullback. So we'll get you on hopefully next week or another week. Get you on. So I apologize. I know it's late. Trust me, we know. But I wanted to shout everybody out. And those of you that wanted to come on, I'm sorry. There's limited time. And we want to get to know you and let everybody in the audience know you. So let me say that. And then lastly, obviously, I want to thank my wife for supporting and doing this. Has been so much fun building this network. I'm very, very, very proud that we can have a show with fans and not have a script and just not know anybody and then go from there and hear your story, why you love it and what have you. Again, some people won't like it. That's fine. But real recognizes real. And that's what we wanted to do always. Lastly, I want to shout out this guy, my dad, 81 years old. I'm telling you, I was telling Shayne, he missed the show. He missed the show. Like, he wants to be a part of the network, loves the fans. And I was showing and reading him all of your birthday wishes. So I just want to shout him out because, like I said today, I wouldn't be who I am without him. And knowing the person or getting to know me like Claudio and all of these guys do, you know where my line of integrity is. We can break balls, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have your back. I'll fucking die on that sword. So I just want to shout out my dad, 81 years young. Hey, let me tell you, he's ticking. I'm like, could we just go out for dinner? Nah, I'm going to cook these burgers, Phil. I'm going to make sausage and pepper. So he had to do it. So
that was funny. I saw you doing the burgers. You're like, what kind of fucking cheese is this? Fucking provolone.
It's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. That's exactly whatever
Was
he
it
had.
string cheese?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Was it string cheese?
Provolone.
That's all I got.
Provolone. That's all I got. So there you go. Chris Jackal, your shout outs. I apologize, Chris.
No, it's all good. Real quick. Just Shayne, first and foremost, congrats to you and the fam.
Thanks,
man. You know, health is wealth, and it sounds like everyone's doing great. So that's awesome. Yep. I hope you get some sleep and change some diapers, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I'm up on Hila by a lot. I remind her that every time I dive in.
Try not to remind her too much.
Marriage advice to rub that in her face right now. Good call. Good call.
It's cool. It's cool. You'll be in the shower just like the rest of those men we were talking about earlier. But but with that being said, I just it's pretty amazing to be a fan of the show, then to be sitting here and helping out and doing what I do now, and to meet everybody face to face is a pretty cool experience. So I just appreciate being part of the show, and it's really nice to actually meet Cam face to face. And I'm going to set this, Logan, I appreciate you more than I think you understand. So, that's just another shout out in your direction. And to everybody else out there, just keep doing what you're doing and keep it 100. And it's going to be an awesome roller coaster ride.
Well,
that's
Sammy, the Bulls internet's going out. Shayne, wrap it up, man.
Can I say one thing?
Literally, too.
Yeah,
wrap it up. No more kids.
Don't cut out Cherie.
Go ahead, Cherie.
Oh, go ahead, Cherie.
One thing.
Yes.
My birthday's Sunday.
Oh, birthday.
Jesus Christ, Claudio.
Happy birthday.
That's Shayne's move.
See, she knows
That's Shayne's move.
She knows I wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah, that's Shayne's move.
Look at
All
cards.
people, I swear.
We know who's getting cut in their sleep tonight.
Yeah.
How?
Anybody hear from Shayne? Nope.
Are we allowed to ask you how old you're going to be?
I will be 38.
Set them straight at 38.
There you go.
I'm going to be 10 years older than you. That's crazy.
There you go, Jeff.
It's amazing.
And you
well,
don't
happy
look a
birthday.
day over 20 years older than
right.
she is. So
that's
right.
Happy 21st, Sherry.
Cherie.
38 years old.
Jackal, you're getting cut too now, buddy.
I cannot wait.
I can't stop.
Cherie will be at the Packers-Bears game.
Yep.
See, Steven Johnson agrees. That was awful, Claudio.
You know me.
Big bully.
I'm the bully of the bunch. You know that.
It's all that substance abuse you do.
Well, I'm impressed with that, Cherie, because I honestly thought you were 30. So there you go. So you and Steph are the same age. There you go.
Really? She looks young too.
Yeah, she does. Don't tell her I said it, though.
I thought you were 29, Cherie.
Say, that's not gonna make it.
It's even better than Phil.
That's not gonna help you.
Yeah, you're that check has been cashed already, Shayne. I don't need nothing you're gonna do is gonna undo that right now.
That's why Sammy left. He did it.
Listen, people that are still watching this show deserve something. I don't know what, but they deserve.
They deserve Steven Johnson to come end it early. That's what they deserve right now. Is just
Shayne, finish us off.
Your
Shayne.
biggest shows. What's that
home,
red
Shayne.
button do?
That's what she said.
What's that red button do? Yeah. No. Hey, obviously my daughter was born a week ago today, which seems.
Is he here?
Oh my God, he got in?
He's in.
I'm magic.
Nice jazz hands, sir. Very nice jazz.
Where's that end broadcast button? Oh, there it is.
Top right.
All right.
Top right.
Great show, guys.
That was pretty cool.
That was good.
But yeah, my daughter is like I said, week old. It went by in the blink of an eye. So many people. I mean, everybody here, everybody that sent. I mean, it's amazing how many people took time and put in the effort and sent gifts. Phil and Steph, they sent some personalized stuff, and I thanked them. And Phil didn't even know that I thanked him about it until like 2 or 3 days later.
I didn't know you got it. I thought
no, we got it. Appreciate everybody. I gotta share. I'll share a picture while I say this. There's my little girl. I've heard all of you guys that have daughters and sons. Like I said, I love my son like no other, but little girl. You
traded him for Justin Fields.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we all heard
come on, dude. I've had him for 10 years. We had a good run. But no, little girls hit different, and I didn't really know how to. You guys would always tell me that, but there's a difference there. So I noticed myself changing diapers when I used to change Riley's diapers. Be like, come on, Rocky, let's go. Get him going. Now with Emmy, you're like, oh man, I don't want to hurt my little princess here.
Shayne, tell me how you feel in 13 years. We'll see if
I know.
And no, you
might feel a little different. No,
try like 7 years.
7 years, sir.
Go.
Yeah, we'll see.
I've worked with enough kids.
Selfies at 7.
No, I said, enjoy it, man. They're beautiful.
Oh, I will, man. She's just a little nugget right now. She was tiny.
I wouldn't know.
Came a little bit early, but yeah, it's
Claudio's shooting all girls. Jackal's shooting all boys.
Yeah.
Shayne's got the best of both worlds.
That's right. My shit's golden.
FedEx and UPS.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, just thank you to everybody. I mean, Jesus, EJ sought me out tonight and wants my home address because he's like, man, I got to send you something. And I'm always blown away by the gratitude and thoughtfulness of people like that. It's amazing. And like I said, my daughter, she's gonna know about everybody. And like I said, I put her in a TTNL onesie that Acevedo made the second day that she was with us, and it's awesome, man. It's like I'm still riding that cloud. Like I went back to work yesterday because Hila's a fucking trooper. I think she just wanted me out of the house so she could have some alone time. But I'm like pestering her all day, send me a picture. What's she doing? And you get home and you go right over there and pick her up and just love on her a little bit. But no, it's been awesome. I do want to get some sleep. I'm fucking tired. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't see it coming I don't see it coming anytime soon, but love you all. And like I said, thanks so much for the well wishes, because they mean a lot. It's been a long road. Not everybody knows what we went through. Some people know what we went through and were told not to share it. And some people decided to share it live on air anyway. Remember that, Phil, back at our old network. But
oh my God,
yeah, it's been a long, windy road, and now we're at the end of the rainbow. And her name is Miss Emerson, so I love it.
That's awesome.
Hold on, we got breaking news.
Angela,
yes.
No, I'm just joking. Angela's not coming. Look at Carter's face.
No, I was signing off with cards on that one.
He's like, "Where's Steve?"
Happy birthday, David Montgomery.
There it is. Happy birthday to David Montgomery as well. It's a lot of birthdays. Shayne's daughters, my dad's.
People getting it in 10 months ago.
June is a good month, I guess.
It's cold in the winter, man.
We will be back live next week. I believe we have from The Ringer, now The Athletic, Robert Mays jumping on Keeping it 100 next week.
Bears fan.
Huge Bears fan. Great guy. Our boy Jim Larison hooking that guest up. So it'll be interesting to talk to him about our Chicago Bears. If you want to be on a future show, reach out to Chris Jackal, or Claudio, or Shayne, or Lady Bear on Twitter. Let them know. We will get you on the show as we go into the off season and have a lot of fun. We love the fans. This show is interactive. It's not spoken down to. So that's what we want to continue to do. If you're not a patron, go over there for more stuff, more shows. This weekend, X's with the O's will be live and back. We'll be breaking down some Chicago Bears football players. That's all I could say right now. So
perfect.
That being said,
hit the button, Steven.
Let's go. I appreciate everybody jumping on and being a part of the Fan Appreciation Show. God bless and good night.
This has been a Chi City Sports presentation and a Tape Never Lies Network production. Keeping it 100. Thanks for tuning in to the Tape Never Lies Network.